So what are you doing tomorrow? Are you just working
Hi,
or?
Sev.
Oh,
Is
hi.
everything good?
Everything appears to be working.
Everything appears to be working. Okay, that is very epic.
It is.
I will be, just ping me, Sev, if you have any problems in voice text, and I will be reachable for the first at least couple matches. Good luck and thank you very much.
Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. We can hear you now.
Hello.
Good. Oh, you're live already. I didn't realize. Hello, chat. How's it going?
Hello, people of Twitch chat.
We are here for some bingo. Allegedly. So yeah, beginner bash. We have just finished all the previous, I think, cycle 5 was it? Beginner, intermediate, advanced, expert. We had, what was it? There was some event between the expert bash and this happening. I've already forgotten what it was.
We had CTT. That was
Oh
pretty
yeah,
fun.
CTT2. Yes, we had CTT2.
And the 2v2 tournament.
Yeah, we did. And now we are back to the beginner bash. Yeah, fun times. Are you looking forward to a day of bingo epic?
I am very interested to see what some of these players will be pulling out.
I'm going to be honest, I haven't heard of half of these players. Well, I've like seen their names before, but I've never seen them play, so I'm very curious.
I have seen a lot of these players play bingo at some point, and I think we're in for a good round of matches today.
I hope so too. Oh yeah, Salix was in the last beginner bench. I've just never heard of Spot X, so we'll see how this one goes. They both have an X at the end of their name, which I think is relatively uncommon. I guess more common than having an X at the beginning of your name. Can you? Is there anyone in the Celeste community with a name that starts with the letter X? I can't think of any.
No one that I've met, I don't think.
Yeah. What? Celeste community alphabet bingo.
There's gotta be someone.
I mean, there's a Z. There's Zapri. What about Y? I can't think of a Y either. What it's worth.
I'm sure I was talking to Dragon the other day and we were having this exact conversation about finding people that start with the letters.
I see. I was not there for that conversation, but I'm sure it would have been a
But
very.
I don't remember who we came up with.
Chris is saying Zenaras. I don't know that name, but I am assuming that is a real person and not a made-up name.
X Lightning Read 133 IMO.
Definitely. A Xenagos. Okay. I mean, let's have a look at the Celeste Community Bingo server. Is there anyone online who begins with There's someone called XL Ginger, and there's someone called the Roman numeral 18. So, not two people I've heard of.
Yanqui, is that how you say that?
Yanqui? Who's Yanqui? Has Yanqui ever played bingo? If they haven't played bingo and they aren't like Isaac, I don't know who that is. I'm not actually involved that much in the Celeste community, so. Actually, a few times. Oh yeah, what tarot card is the Roman numeral 18? I used to know all of these at some point.
I am not familiar with tarot cards.
They appear in a few games. I know one is the Fool. Okay, I'm looking this up. XVI tarot card. Currently the Moon. Neat. Played Fog of War at some point. Fog of War is a cool game name. I don't know if you can do Fog of War without having to do all the bookmark stuff now, or if you still have to do all the stuff. Oh, here we go. We have switched over and we have Smilers versus Wahaha. Wonderful.
Splod likes Kevins that laugh at you, apparently.
Oh yeah, this is right. Yeah, if we have Splod audio and the Splod ever goes into reflection, then yeah, that should be a fun time.
Splod is actually running Bingo Client, it looks like.
Oh yeah, Relmot fixed Bingo Client like 15 minutes before the event was about to start. Shoutouts to Relmot.
I was not aware of this, but
Anyway, board. What's on this board? I should join the bingo room because I can barely see this board in this
yeah,
Discord
I should
stream.
also do that.
Where is Bingo Bash? What's the password? I should not say the password on the stream.
I see Reflection B-side, that could make for some content.
Yeah, it could. I am still trying to get in the board, so you're gonna have to cover for me for now.
What's early game? We've got Dashless Awake, so that's something people might be rushing for. We've got Dashless Crossing, probably not something you do first pass, but I know Splod does have some experience with Winged Golden, so we might see that at some point.
Okay, I've made it to the board. Let's see. Awake Dashless 3A sides are your immediate progress objectives, where if you literally just play any percent, basically you get them. Other earlier games are Forsaken City Blue Heart, but not much synergy. I don't think I would want to go for that first pass. Oh, there's also 3-0 in 5A, so you just get like 3 objectives if you're ahead in any percent and you play any percent.
City Blue does progress to 5 Blue Hearts, but I don't think that's something you ever go for initially. I think that's too late game to think about now.
Yeah, so what about 3A? There's 4 Winged Berries, there's 10 Berries Pico, there's 2 Mess Orders.
There's 9 Winged, which like probably needs you to play 3A at some point.
But with 9 Winged, you kind of just go back into 3A and go to Mess afterwards. You don't really get 9 Winged with 3A first pass. So I don't really see that much reason to play 3A first pass. But we'll see if these runners disagree with me at all.
Looks like Salix is going for a 1-up and Splod isn't, so that could be quite interesting.
Oh yeah, 1-ups. What 1-ups are there? 1-up in 2 chapters.
There's 1-up in 2.
And also 45 berries, which is a medium-sized berry objective that I don't really like committing for early, but it's certainly not a bad thing. That means Splod gets a pretty large progress lead, being almost a full checkpoint ahead of Salix.
Splod did spend about 3 hours like a couple days ago, or whenever it was, fairly recently, labbing City. So Splod City is very good.
Yeah, this is an extremely solid city for a beginner.
I think Splod's any percent is about a 45. I don't know what Salix is.
Wow.
Cookie says
okay,
it was
that's
5
fun.
hours. Okay.
Yeah.
That's quite a
like-
long time to be labbing City for.
Yeah, and we also see Splod with the Carrot Berries mod.
Shoutouts to Ad.
Indeed. Okay, so what is that? I guess what is their late game? There's 1 Bino in 5, there's Reflection Blue Heart, there's Summit Cassette, all berries 2500 meters. Bottom Root Hollows, Reflection B-side, and Nine Wing. There is quite a decent amount of late game, so you probably can't get
Yeah.
away with anti-progress.
There's a lot of reason to play for that.
But notably, there is 0 reason to ever play a B-side on this board.
Well, that's not entirely true. I mean, Reflection B-side is an objective.
Yes, Reflection B-side
if you're doing
not
that-
a real objective.
If you're doing that, anything other than for your 13th thing when there's nothing else, I'm not quite sure what you're doing, but, you know. Surely
Yeah.
someone, like, we'll see some content.
So we see here Splod maintaining this about 1 checkpoint lead, about 40 seconds lead into old site, and we also see Splod just basically 90% old site. I mean, there's not really anything in old site. I guess Salix might go for a 1-up actually, to finish up 1-up and 2.
Salix does get the Bino in 2A. I didn't see if Splod got that, but that's
Splod got it too,
relevant for
yeah.
1 Bino in 5, potentially.
Yeah, 1 final
Collect the
fight,
berry, though.
Kind of being a progress objective, so... Yeah, I think Salix is trying to go for a 1-up. But this is going to give Splod a lot of progress lead. I think progress lead is honestly stronger than the berries here, because berries gives you progress to 1-up and 2, which Salix might get here if she manages to, and it gives you progress to 45 berries, but progress is just straight up 3 objectives, with Awake
Yeah.
without dashing 3 A-sides and Theophone.
Salix clearly does have some experience with 1-ups,
Yeah,
though.
these, like, got both of them first.
Oh, it does
try,
get ticked, so...
it turns, what is that, teal? Yeah, that was
Teal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Salix takes
Ticks
the
the
first
objective.
of the beginner
But
bit.
Splod's leaving Intervention now, and Salix hasn't entered Intervention yet, so that's a very significant progress deficit.
Yeah.
We'll just see what Splod decides to do with that.
Well, Slot will surely do Awake dashless if he has seen the objective on the board. Oh, Splod!
is-
Awake doesn't
yeah.
start at the cutscene.
Yep,
Awake starts at
doing
the checkpoint.
doing Awake Dashless from Intervention.
Yeah.
Probably realizes now, but
Better than RTMing after the cutscene, but yeah. Oh, this does mean that Splodex can't get the wings. We'll have to replay Awake to get the Awake wings. Yeah, that turned blue? Hang on.
oh, that's not yellow.
that sure is a shade of yellow. Interesting. Well, we'll wait for the restreamers to try and figure that
okay.
one out. As Salix is having a time in this bad lean room. I
That
say
was
having a time, I think
almost an epic save.
almost, but yeah, okay. And Splod indeed does just skip 3A and plays progress. So I guess with Salix so far behind, she could opt to play 3A and just get the Mess Order and 4-winged berries. So I don't think Salix actually wins 4-winged. If she goes for it.
Well,
Salix,
Splod didn't get Awake Winged,
right,
so
Awake
Splod would
Winged
have to go
takes-
back for that, which is not... Like, it doesn't take long, but it is a time commitment.
It is, yeah. And might be prioritizing 3A sides and Theophone because Splod doesn't know how far ahead he is of Salix.
Oh,
even if we-
Splod missing Archie.
I don't know. Splod does
do
indeed
that all the
both
time.
1A wing, yes. And Salix is getting these berries and decides to not get these berries. Yeah, those are the slowest two berries of 2A. There is no full clear 2A, so yeah, just elects to try and catch up a little bit, and we see
Presumably, like
lengthened.
this could be quite interesting depending on whether Splod takes something that lets Salix know that he is in 4A or not.
Well, that will presumably just be 3A sites. Splod has no reason thus far to delay 3A sites, so...
But Splod's not gonna get that before Salix has to make the decision on whether to play 3 or 4, so this could potentially be quite interesting.
If Salix... Oh no, Salix is watching the animations and stuff. And
Oh
Salix
no, Salix skips Resort.
Yeah. I mean, there isn't very much in Resort. So it's like, this isn't a bad play, it just means that you probably lose. And the Splod quit out to 2A. Yeah, Splod quits out to 2A here.
Okay,
so...
yeah.
The thing with it is, Salix loses 4 winged even if he goes into 3A, because, well, we see that SpotX is about to get it now. So the only thing Salix would be playing 3A for would be for a mess order and for Pico access, which is, well, you can just come back to 3A for that.
Salix also didn't get the winged, apparently.
Yeah, Salix skipped 2A winged, maybe just looking to catch up. Splod now 2-1 up. Still with a progress lead of it, not as large as it was a minute ago, since he did go back for winged. It's about shrine and a half, whatever that means.
Salix was trailing a berry for quite a while, actually.
I mean, berries
Not going
aren't
for a 1-up, though.
Yeah, is the thing. Like, there's one objective now with berries involved. Well, with a big berry count involved. I guess there's like 5A and what do you call it? Arb depths. There we go. Oh, and 40 berries in 7A. I missed that one. That's yet another late game objective.
40 berries in 7A.
Yes, 40 berries in 7A. That's definitely what the objective says. Salix is getting the heart. Yeah, so this is kind of... I don't like getting this for a heart because it doesn't get you anything immediately, and it's really fast to come back for. So it's kind of just losing about 5-10 seconds, but not really any benefit yet. Even if it is technically faster to do it on the way, as opposed to going back for it.
Yeah. I kind of see the thought process though, like if you think you want 5 blue hearts at some point, then like maybe you just get it. Oh, we appear to have some sort of a pause.
Yeah, so
Don't
SpotX
pause.
they were asking SpotX to change to yellow for the stream, but the problem is SpotX is using Bingo client.
Oh.
So it's not
Yeah.
actually as easy as just changing color.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so we have a menuing pause here. Good morp, Talia. It is indeed Bingo. I mean, it's not morning. Where is it morning? It's morning in Mountain Time, and it's morning in, Pacific Time. But it's not morning anywhere else. Actually, are there time zones left of Pacific Time? I don't actually know. Anyway, we are unpausing. You can see the countdown, and here we are. So we are both in an auto-scroller room. They're just different auto-scrollers. Kinda cool. Yeah, we now see Salix in the same checkpoint as Splod, but not for long, because Salix is at the beginning of a checkpoint, Splod is at the end of a checkpoint.
Both players going for second block full, as Cookie puts it.
I am a fan of just taking the block. It's safe and it's comfy, and usually results in not dying.
Yeah, going for safe strats definitely makes a lot of sense if you haven't got much experience running. Like at this level, you want to be going for stuff that you know is gonna work.
Exactly. Especially like in the context of a restreamed bingo match, where you're probably going to be a bit more nervous and also paying slightly less attention than you would in any percent match. Because you also have to be reading the board and trying to make routing decisions. It's a lot harder than it looks to both play and read at the same time. Reading is hard. Cookie, I wouldn't be that surprised to see Block Hyper. If we saw anything like Block Ultra or like Paused Blockless, sure. But Block Hyper is pretty accessible. I think that I learned that immediately. Salix!
Oh no! Oh no!
It's fine. Everything is fine. We see Slot trying to find the objective. I always love that. Yeah, has just completed the third A side, knows that free A side is on the board, but doesn't know where on the board it is. And had that been a closer race, that could have gotten him locked out. Luckily, it was not that close of a race, so Slot could afford to take the what looked like about 5 seconds of trying to find the objective on the board. Oh yeah, epic. In case you weren't there, last time we had Salt as a last minute sub in the beginner bash.
Oh.
And Salt is very much not a beginner player, but Event Org didn't realize that until...
Yeah, I can imagine how that went.
So Slod was like, not Slod, Salt was doing things like, yeah, as I mentioned, blockless, doing things with an any percent that began with the digit 3, which is not what should be happening in beginner, but hey, here we are.
I think... I don't know.
Wait,
everyone's...
RTMs? That's like in the middle of a checkpoint. That's not the end of the race.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh. Yeah, and it goes
Going-
back, I mean...
Going for
back-
Dashless Crossing? Is
No,
that what
this
this is? Or
No, City
Blue Heart?
It's like, going for City Blue Heart is a reasonable play. I would even say this is what I would be doing. Just doing it in the middle of Cliff Face is probably not optimal. You probably want to either do it before going through Cliff Face or go it after going
Yeah,
through
I
Cliff
think
Face.
getting City Blue makes a lot of sense
At this
once
point
you're
in
done
time,
Cliff
yeah.
Face.
Even before, like, once you know you've lost 3A sides in Theo Phone, then it's an objective you can get that's quick and keeps you in the game. But now you have to replay half of Cliff Face, which is a little unfortunate.
Splod is grabbing Winged Berry in Temple, which makes sense because you've got 9 winged, so...
So I'm having a little trouble remembering the heart code. I think this is it, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there we go. Gets it.
Oh, is Splod doing depth sub? This looks like depth sub Splod. If you're getting this berry down here, then it's probably depth sub.
This is almost
Why
certainly depth
Splod
sub.
continuing crossing. It's not Splod Solix, they both begin with S, and they both end in X. This is... Yeah, Salix, why are you continuing? There's nothing here. Also, you're delaying City Blue Heart. This is
Yeah, I don't
not a
like this
safe-
one bit, because, like, sure, you know Splod's probably in Temple, but that's not a guarantee.
So Salix is getting berries. I don't really like this because berries is progress to one objective and you haven't gotten past Cliff Face. So you're just like, you don't have access to 13 objectives at this point. And doing this is letting your opponent just do stuff. I mean, to be fair, Splod also not playing progress, but
Yeah,
Splod
but
is getting progress
Splod
to
has a progress lead. And,
Yeah,
like,
and, like-
right now they're both getting berries, so... It's not
Right,
like one of them is suddenly getting progress on the other one.
I would argue Splod is, because Splod is making progress towards both Depth Sub and 45 berries, whereas Salix is just getting progress towards 45 berries and isn't making any progress towards any percent. Like with Splod, in doing this, he also gets access to, well, presumably unlocks Unraveling, right? At the end of Depth Up. Or the cassette, if he wishes to do that. Oh yeah, Salix did some nice recovery at, I think it was Crossing 9? It's Crossing 9. Crossing 9 is not a run that exists. Crossing Berry 9 is what I meant to say. Hi Seb, you can tune in now. So currently Splod is ahead in progress and ahead in objectives, and Salix had unfortunate RTM in the middle of fourth place, and it still has not ticked since the second City Blue Heart.
Despite having City Blue Heart. I mean, surely at this point it's a reading moment, right?
Well, no, because if you go back, I guess it could be. It could be she just wanted to go for 5 Blue Hearts and didn't see City Blue Heart next to it.
Oh, Salix is attempting crossing Dashless, it looks like.
Oh.
Which...
Yeah, why not? It's an objective.
Why not?
So this is what you might call a content play, but like, again, it's one objective, but you don't have access to 13 objectives, you can't really win the game doing this. And yeah, just RTMs after seeing how hard the first run is, that's a mood. The first
I mean, honestly reasonable, right? Okay, I do kind of like going into Resort here though, because like, there's not much in Resort, but you're working towards more things than you would be.
But you still can't get to 13 objectives. Because Resort doesn't give you progress or anything. So, yeah.
Yeah, but it's better than probably just getting berries in 1A at the moment.
Okay, right, the Splod quit out to 1A and get the Blue Heart.
Like, I would be surprised. I would be surprised if Salix doesn't at least try and grab a few berries here.
Splod quits out to 1A and gets the Blue Heart.
Yeah, this is
I
not.
think
This
there's
is
a
not
high
ideal.
chance that Splod ticks this and Salix is sad. Surely.
Yeah, Salix is going for berries as well. So, like,
Yeah.
I can kind of see the logic here. If you want to get 45 berries, you can progress to some 3A stuff.
Yeah,
If
no,
you
there
think
is
you're
stuff
behind
in 3A.
anyway.
Salix is in the cassette room. There was talk about reach the cassette room in 3A, because it's a potentially interesting. You can take like 20 seconds off any percent by getting it this path, or you can just get the cassette.
Oh yeah, Splod ticks City Blue.
Yeah.
That's really unfortunate for Salix.
And yeah, I just... Unfortunately, anything could happen, but this game does look pretty over. And with that, I don't see
I don't really see a way for Salix to come back at this point, other than like
Splod plays
if Splod-
5B.
because the thing is, even if Splod goes for like crossing Dashless or things like that at this point, and like lets Salix get back, Splod's crossing Dashless is really good for beginner. Splod's put a lot of time into learning Winged Golden,
Interesting.
so like I would not expect that to take Splod very long.
Also, Splod is playing 5B. Given that there's no reason to play 5B on this board, I assume it's just because his 5B is better than his 5A. Which, yeah, it is a
that makes
fast
sense.
chapter, but it is also harder. So we'll see if he does Bubs Drop, or at least attempts Bubs Drop.
You
Which
get
looks like
progress to 1 Bino in 5 as well, so that's like a pretty reasonable reason to play this.
RTM
Does
goes
RTM
for Blood Bubs Drop again. Oh, wow, okay. Splod did not get 5A blue. Had Splod gotten 5A blue, Splod probably would have just unlocked Unraveling, because there is Theo in Search on the board, which is why I would probably play 5A.
Oh, that was an interesting death. Yeah, Salix is still getting berries in 3A. So I guess this is like... The thought process here is probably... Get some berries, get the mess order. Like, you're still behind, but at least you're getting something. Like, it's probably not... It's not gonna get you there long term, probably, but like, I can see the logic.
Yeah, and as trying to say, second try Bubs Drop, I think breaks even with not attempting Bubs Drop at all. Or like just continuing after missing a first try RTA. I think it's like third try Bubs Drop is breaks even game time? I don't know, actually.
Splod does get through the cycle room without too much issue. That's a big one.
Indeed it is.
That room costs me a lot of time usually.
This is actually... This is the room that gave me the most trouble for a long time. Yeah, also knows the corner jump.
Does remember to get the Bino. That's...
Yeah, now, presumably has one Bino in 4. I don't know if he's gotten 2 of the Binos in the same chapter, but has access to one Bino in 4 with 2A, 4A, 5A, and 5B.
Oh,
Yeah, so
that's
I guess
an
this
unfortunate
is like
death.
this is one reason to play 5B. There's a Bino in it, as opposed to just playing the rest of 5A. Well, we say Salix. Wait, is this Towers first?
I
think this
didn't
is
see.
Towers first because there's lots of mess. So yeah, it's going for a mess order.
Yeah, Splod's playing really well. Like, it's unfortunate for Salix that she's behind in terms of progress, but like, it's not like Splod's sort of... Splod's on really good form today, it looks like. And that's like very hard to contest. Yeah, from the very little I know about... I mean, I know about half of these players in beginner division. But from what I do know, I'd say Splod is probably second or third in terms of like just pure exec in this division.
Exec, well, routing matters a lot, but like exec also matters because you need to be able to contest the progress objectives. Like the straight races, you know, the good old 1A start, jump, jumpless, whatever it is, or awake without dashing.
Having a bit of a time with Pillar Room though.
Pillar room is a room of all time, so it's perfectly understandable. We just need Splod to spend 10 minutes in this room and say that he can catch up.
Yeah, Pillar Room, the great equalizer.
Like, it's genuinely not too late to quit out and play 5A, because there's an objective in 5A.
I think at this point, like,
Sunk cost, yeah.
you're committed at this point. Like, you've been here long enough that you're like, I don't want to admit defeat.
Oh, we've got past 3 of the pillars. Now we just have to get to the exit. Come
Oh,
on.
Salix does tick the mess order. So,
Hey, there we go. Splod gets
that's
past
another
4.
thing on this board.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever actually optimal in Lockout to play to the Bino and 5B and nothing else. But it is a thing you could do in theory.
Yeah, like what you said, Talia, about like you have to know that you're not contested for that to ever be good. And like until Salix ticked mess order, Splod didn't know where Salix was
Wait,
at all.
so why is Salix playing 3A past us? Reed has a good point here. I don't see any objectives here. There's a cassette. This is
I can
technically
only
progress
assume
1
that,
Bino
like-
and 5. Yeah, you can get the cassette here.
I can
And,
only assume that the thought process is berries.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because 4A is actually better for berries as well. It's progress, but tunnel vision can happen. And it's
Oh,
gonna be
is
demo.
going for
Wait.
demo, it looks like, so...
But then you're not getting the cassette. Why are you here? Routing is hard, especially when you're while playing. I mentioned that earlier, but it's worth repeating.
I think, like, this makes sense if you hadn't already used your skip. But you have used your skip and you've skipped 3A and there's nothing left here. Like,
Yeah.
the things that are left in 3A are a mess order and 10 berries in Pico. And I guess, like, you can get the blue heart, but I think Salix already got the blue heart.
Yeah. So I think Salix now realizes that there's nothing here and goes to get some progress. And then
I think
realizes she hasn't finished Cliff Face and goes
this is
back
the
to
moment
2A.
of realization. RTM in the middle of Cliff Face.
Yeah.
Which is
Okay,
really
2A.
unfortunate, actually.
So it goes to 2A blue heart, but you kind of need access to 5A. So I guess you technically don't need access to 5A to get 5 blue hearts, but also we don't talk
But,
about
like,
that.
If you don't have a skip, you need to have played Chapter 5.
Yeah.
Because Reflection Blue Heart is an objective on this board, so like going for that makes sense, but like if you don't have the skip, then you have to play through Chapter 5 anyway. So this is really unfortunate.
Spot played 5B because there was a Bino in 5B and it's allegedly faster than just going back to 5A and playing the rest of 5A after getting the Bino. Which I'm not actually convinced it is anymore. I don't know how good Spot 5A is, but...
I think it's fairly likely that Splod has a better 5A than 5B.
Yeah.
Watching this.
Yeah, like the movement is there, but the strats leave some that can be desired. They're not bad, but
Oh,
they're
nice
not bad by
save.
any- but, yeah, it doesn't either.
Okay, if you're Splod,
You just
surely
go
the
in,
thing to do is Reflection here, right? Because
well,
you
reflection or summit, both of
get a Bino, you get the blue heart, you get progress to bottom root hollows.
right. But
Like
summit
those are
also
all
has
things that
20 berries, progress to 9 wing, progress to summit cassette, and also has a Bino. Both summit and reflection are good.
yeah, and the problem is like Splod just has
Yeah.
time to do both of them and not like be at all concerned.
Yes.
I mean, again, Splod probably doesn't know that. Like, Splod knows Salix has gone back for a mess order, but can't assume that he's that far ahead.
Well, I mean, he doesn't even know Salix has gone back for it. Like, Salix could well have just played 3A first pass and delayed, knowing Spot is 4A, but... Oh yeah, here we go, 4haha. I already forgot about that. I can't do an impression of that laugh at all. Can you?
No.
We are both the wrong nationality for that. Wahaha. But you know, like, as far as Splodex knows, Salix is about to skip 5A and contest this because Salix could still have her skip, but unfortunately she doesn't want this, so Splod is just way ahead. And is about
Salix-
to get 1 Bino and 5 in Reflection Blue.
Salix doesn't appear to be hard committing for berries either, which is... I mean, I guess 5A start up is still an objective that is on this board, so I guess probably you're going for that now, right?
Probably, yeah.
Splod ticks 1 Bino in 5, yep. That makes sense. And now goes for the blue heart. Hope you've been practicing neutral jumps today, Splod.
I wish I was only good at this game. It's so good to watch and I love the narrative. I'm not sure if by narrative you need narrative of the bingo game or just the story, but the story of Celeste is very good. It is well worth playing just for the story and the music. The music's also a banger. Whole Celeste. What's
Oh,
your favorite track? Oh wait, is this? I've never seen. Is this native
This
to
is
bingo
surely
UI?
Bingo Client, right?
Is
Oh,
that a thing?
Splod accidentally ticking the Summit cassette and then realizing that that's not what the objective is.
I didn't know you could use that Bingo Client. I might have to get Bingo Client just for the heart code.
Yeah, that's a really useful feature.
Because it takes me about like 30 seconds to find where I saved the heart code on my PC. Every time I have to get it.
I
Okay,
just,
now goes to
like,
Summit.
perpetually have the cheat sheet open. Salix is gonna get 5A startup though.
Yeah, 5A startup and 45 berries to get her to 4 objectives.
And like, if Salix keeps playing 5A, probably gets Theo in search as well.
So does Flood just win? 20 berries and 7A, Summit cassette, 9 wings. And then Reflection B-side on Root follows. Yes, Flood can just win a late game. But does not appear to be going for berries. No, wait, hang on, you could do this in Bingo Client as well? I thought it was just the board.
Oh no, Bingo Client has a cheat sheet.
Didn't know that was an inbuilt cheat sheet.
Splod actually doesn't get the last berry in
Yeah,
0.
Splod probably just wants to rush the set the wings, I suppose.
But I guess also if you see Salix tick 45 berries and not anything
Yeah.
that says where she is, then you just rush that because... Reasons why Mora needs to download more mods. Yep.
Yeah, I've downloaded like 3 mods ever, 2 of which are related to Bingo. I am a vanilla enjoyer. I mean, I wouldn't even call myself a vanilla enjoyer, but I just haven't played any modded. Okay.
You've played
Apparently
head-to-head,
still-
which itself requires Celeste net.
Yeah, so I've used head-to-head Celeste and Bingo UI, and that's about it. Oh yeah, Splod appears to have forgotten where the 500 meter winged is. It is right at the beginning of this checkpoint, and he skipped it, so...
Bit
hold
unfortunate,
rock.
but it's like... It probably doesn't matter at this
Yeah.
point.
Definitely doesn't matter. Salix is a good 7 to 8 minutes from reaching Summit still, so... I think Splod just doesn't see 20 berries in 7A.
Either doesn't see it or doesn't want to play that much Summit.
I mean, given that you're playing Summit to the cassette anyway, oh, now goes into...
Because
3A.
crossing Dashless is still on this board and Splod is very comfortable with Winged Golden.
Okay, I guess this is, yeah. You could even just do Wing Golden for the wings.
Going bottom route there, that's very interesting.
What? You can... I don't know how to do top route, so I just do bottom route.
I've done both. I personally found top to be a lot easier.
If you have a strat for it, I can see it. It's just that when you don't have a strat, you just jump into the spikes because you have to land on that ledge thing. It's tiny.
Maybe it's because I learnt most of my Winged Golden stuff from Dragon 512.
Yeah, I refuse to learn pixel setups because they involve looking at a pixel. It's like, it's work. I just want to play video game. Okay, there we go. Squad gets it.
Crossing is probably the hardest dashless checkpoint in 1A though, so like...
Depends what you do for the last room of... the second last room of Chasm. The last actual game of Chasm. Because that room's also pretty hard.
The script.
Yeah, the script. The script might have something more fancy for next match this time. I don't see a comeback happening here. So I don't know, like, how could Salix theoretically win this? Salix gets 5 blue hearts. Theo and Search.
Salix needs to get some of the summit stuff.
Yeah, like, Splod needs to spend 5 minutes in Crossing 6 or something.
Or,
I
like,
don't know the numbers of these.
If Splod just randomly decides, hey, I want to go and get to Event Horizon, then maybe.
Yeah, Event Horizon kind of just sticks out like a sore thumb. There's no synergy. It's probably about the same as Reflection B-side for these players. They're just both bad objectives.
Yeah, I don't know enough about Splod's 6B. I don't think I've ever seen Splod playing 6B. Five blue, core search, farewell, 9 winged. Yep, that's certainly a route.
A route of all time. Well, Spot is taking a while in this room, because it does appear to be doing it setupless, so it's basically a lottery.
Yeah, you just kind of, you wing it and see what happens.
Okay, there we go.
Now, does Salix unlock Unraveling? Okay. Salix has 5 blue hearts actually, so this is fine. Does tick it straight away.
As Spot finishes crossing dashless. Wait, does Bingo client not notify you when you have done crossing dashless?
It doesn't notify you of everything.
So does Splod think that he hasn't actually got crossing dashless with the Bingo UI?
I don't know. I have to assume Splod's delaying it, but I also don't know. Like, I don't necessarily agree with this, because even though Salix has just ticked 5 blue hearts, you don't know that Salix hasn't been doing that, like, a while ago and
it's
just
also
left
possible,
it.
like, Splod ticked it and it didn't register, because that definitely is a thing that can happen.
Splod is now grabbing some berries in Summit, but not all of the berries in Summit, so this is potentially going to be quite annoying later if Splod wants to come back for berries. Just sort of figuring out where berries are.
IGN is your friend. I used that for my first 5 to 10 Bingo games very heavily.
Oh, Splod! Splod! Okay, does get it, and does tick crossing dashless.
Yeah, I think Splod has now realized that 20 berries and 7 A's on the board, so is going to do that. I think if you get all the berries, it's because there's what, 4 and 0 meters, 6 and 500 meters, 6 and 10,000 meters.
10,000. Summit's a lot taller now, apparently.
Yeah. Someone took testosterone. Yeah, so like I think this
9,000
is
meters.
technically the what? After this cassette, the one in the in that big room is the 20th berry of Summit.
But Splod has definitely not gotten all of the berries up to this point.
Indeed. So we'll see if he continues Summit after this as
Probably
Salem.
does continue, because 9 winged is a thing.
Yes, 9 winged. Actually, no. 9 winged is all the winged but 1. So you can just not get the. Oh no, you do have to get the. Wing. Okay.
Yeah. And at that point, I guess you unlock 2k. Just in case, like, I don't... 2500 meter up is on this board,
Oh,
so
yeah,
I guess maybe you
2500
just do that, and that's why Splod's not worrying about berries too much.
Yeah, that makes sense. There is a ledge there.
There is a ledge there.
Yeah. And Salix goes into 4. Wait. Oh, switch to ice. Okay, yeah, this is the reason. Like,
Yeah, that makes sense. It's a reasonably fast objective that you can get right now because you have the hearts.
Yeah, I think Salix has realised that Splod has a win con and is just trying to fill up the board with as much heal as possible before the game ends, which is a very valid thing to be doing, honestly.
Yeah. Get to see some core strats. Based
Or lack
chapter,
thereof,
by the
because
way.
I don't think anyone has strats for hitting the switch at the right side of the core. Someone like probably made strats for it at some point and put it in the bingo document, which I don't even know if that's still a thing.
Is Blood going under for the berry here?
Oh yeah, you
Oh.
can like actually do the intended
Oh,
strat.
misses
oh, no,
it. Can't go back. Oops.
Yeah, that's one of the troll berries for all berries in 1500 meters. Luckily that's not on the board, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, core is a
Pocket,
based
Salix.
chapter, and I will not hear anything else.
The thing is, Salix is not sniping 9 wing. Salix has to play to 1500 meters to snipe 9 wing. So
Splod just watched the winged fly right past. You love to see it.
What's the objective? What does Salix do now? Because there's nothing. I guess she could go back to Pico in the mess order. Yeah, that
Yeah,
gets them to
probably.
9. Fair enough.
That makes sense. This is a good thing to do, I think. If you know you can't contest Summit, might as well grab the other stuff that you can contest. Going for Pico.
Do we get like a Pico audio or is Salix's audio just not working? We've been listening to the Summit for a while. The Summit is a banger soundtrack, to be fair.
Paul, that snowball is so troll.
It is. Hi, what is beginner? Beginner is the lowest skill tier, but still a pretty high skill level of bingo player we have. So these are the people who may have either just gotten into bingo or have just played bingo on and off and never really gotten into it that much. Yeah, bingo's a fun time. Typically people are around the 40 to like 1 hour, any percent range, I suppose.
Yeah, I think most people in this division are sort of anywhere between about 45 level any percent and an hour any percent. I don't know about Salix, but Splod's definitely closer to the 45 end of that.
And if you're interested in bingo and you want to see more of this, or potentially even get into it yourself, there is a Discord for it calling this, the Celeste Community Events Discord. It's like officially called the Celeste Community Events Discord because it's used for events, but it's the bingo server. Might as well just be the Celeste Community Bingo server.
Yeah, bingo's a lot of fun.
Yes.
And it's more accessible than you might think as well, because, like, there are people of all sorts of different skill levels who play bingo or who want to play bingo, and so you'll pretty much always be able to find someone on who's similar to you if you want to have a game. Like, it can be quite intimidating initially because there's so much going on, and like, I know when I was getting into bingo, I was a little bit worried that, like, how do you remember where all the berries are, the binoculars, all of that stuff? But like, There's some very helpful resources on the Discord. For like, there's a cheat sheet that just has all of the berries in like the numbers of the berries and the checkpoint names and the binocular locations, and it's just, yeah, it's really good.
And Splod RTM was at 2500 to go back for 3A stuff.
Oh no, Salix missed the berry and
And
oh no!
You can't quickly
You
start.
can't retry!
No.
Salix accidentally screen transition, missed the berry, and now is, yeah.
Got to do all of it again.
Oh no, and misses the first berry as well. That's
Oh,
gotta
no,
be
you
tilting.
you don't have to get all the berries again. The 10 berries in Pico. You just have to get the ones you didn't get, is the rule I follow. It's actually not entirely clear if that's the actual rule, but it makes sense. You don't have to re-get berries you already have.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anyway, Splod now appears to be sniping mass order and... Well, not sniping mass order, just going for 9 wing. The mass order is there, so you might as well go for it if it's still on the board.
Yeah, this is really unfortunate for Salix, because Salix probably would have been doing that now.
I know Salix would be doing that, but he's now stuck in Pico. This might actually be a close race if Salix... Actually, no. I think Splod is closer to Mass than Salix is to finishing Pico.
Oh no, Splod's just there for the
Oh,
winged
wait.
berry. That makes sense.
Yeah, so what? Just, yeah, gets the berries and Summit? Yeah, that gets
Goes
you
to
12
Summit,
meters.
finishes that,
Oh,
yeah.
he's even gotten exactly 12, so can finish 2500 meter round and get to 20 on the last berry of 25 meters.
Yeah, so Splod just wins off this, unfortunately.
Yeah, so Salix RTM, not RTM, reset Pico at the 9th berry. Since Salix already has this berry. I don't think Salix knows which number berry that is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because why would you? There's no reason to know which berry is the 9th berry or the 10th berry or the 11th berry, so Salix is gonna have to count.
Counting is a skill that bingo players are famous for not having, so we'll see if Salix does manage to get this berry this time.
Splod has to, like, go the other way to get the 2
Oh
berries
no,
on top.
transitions again. Okay. At this
It's
point, just
fine.
keep going, I guess.
You only have to go for, like, 2 more runs. It's instead
That
of
berry
15,
is very troll.
It's very easy to skip it, but luckily you only have to go to 1700 instead of 1500, which isn't too bad. Yep, it's right here. Does
Yeah.
Salix know about the 10th berry? She does!
There we go.
Amazing.
Yeah, gets
Now
it.
goes to do the best order, that's the only thing she can do. No, doesn't
Oh.
want to go back to Pico.
Re-enters Pico by accident.
Yeah, I've definitely re-entered Pico before because you want to... I'm not sure what you want to do there, but like I've tried to retry or something and they just started Pico again when mashing, but... Splod gets a berry.
Splod is going for key skip. I guess we'll see in a sec if he got the berry. Well, not key skip, bubble skip. Whatever it's called when you get that key without getting the bubble.
Oh, so I've seen chat mentioning that Splod has one jump button.
Oh.
So we might be here a while. This is
Um,
quite bad with one jump button.
That would explain why, when we were
Oh, there we
doing
go.
this
Okay,
like,
it does need
not
one
that long
berry.
ago, he was having that difficulty with it.
Oh, it's frame perfect with one jump. That sounds awful.
Splod missing the berry.
Splod.
Splod?
We get to be here for 5 more minutes.
I mean, this doesn't change anything, because, like, Salix can't reasonably get any of the other objectives in that time, but...
I think Splod will notice when he RTMs and sees that he only has 19 berries in the summit instead of 20, but yeah.
Aren't there 2 berries up there?
Are there? I don't know, I don't play summit up. some of them, the chapter I probably played the least after Reflection, so...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 2 berries up there,
Alright, I'll
but I
defer
could be
to
wrong. Yeah, it is 2 berries.
2 is like a lot of berries.
Salix is now playing Rescue.
Felix just has to beat all of 0
I guess
meters.
this is just a,
You've
like,
found
maybe
one.
I play 6B for the content?
And if you're good for content, you have access to Event Horizon. Well, not access to Event Horizon, access to Farewell. You've beaten Chapter 4.
At this level, I honestly don't know whether Event Horizon or 6B is the faster.
They're both like in the range of 50 minutes, so yeah, now Squad checks the menu, realizes he missed 2 and has to go back for it. Farewell back. True. I am not a farewell enjoyer. EH is the one with Kevin in it? No, that's not the one. EH is the one with Wave Dash on PvP in it. There we go.
Yep.
I was sad
It's
to
where
learn,
everything kicks off.
I was sad to learn that unlike Pico, Wave Dash.ppc does actually increase your in-game time while you're watching it.
Oh.
So you can't just go watch Wave Dash.ppc for like half an hour and have it still be a verifiable run.
I mean,
Well,
I guess
it
it would
would
still
still
be
be verifiable,
verifiable, but like,
it
you'd
would
lose
just-
the time.
Yeah, you actually lose the time, so just you'd say the standing still for 20 minutes. I mean, are you allowed to play Pico in the middle of a free A run? Like,
I
you-
don't believe so, but I could be
people-
wrong about that.
Either speedrun rules prohibit that.
I know it, like, when people were doing it in BTA, they did it in BTA for fun once, and it got frowned upon. I don't know, like, yeah. It's sandbagging, so...
I mean, like, what counts as sandbagging? Is there anything that prohibits sandbagging in a speedrun? I know there's definitely a lot of meme runs that are purposefully slow, but still on the board. Like, Reed has a 4 1-ups using 1-up, 7A 1-up, 3A 1-up, 5A 1-up, or something like that. So,
I think that kind of thing is more reasonable though, because like it's an interesting challenge. Playing Pico is not like,
playing Pico is interesting. Pico is a good
Oh.
character.
Splod just takes everything at once, yep.
There we
That's
go,
GG.
Pico.
Bingo. Yeah, GG to both players.
Shoutouts to just Salix for still playing on even after a couple mishaps. Sometimes, like, it's perfectly reasonable if you're tilted to just call GG at 15 minutes into the match, but playing it out is always nice.
Playing it out and like also managing to come back and get 8 objectives.
Yeah.
Like at
Yeah.
one point this game was looking like it was gonna be a lot more one-sided.
It was, yes. I mean,
So like,
8 out of 13 is like 50%. So... Next up, we have Blue Mushroom versus I Like Random, which is... Oh no, I've seen I Like Random play. I don't think I've seen Blue Mushroom play.
yeah, these are 2 players I have seen both of them play Bingo. I think they are probably quite similar in execution. Mushroom on paper, I believe, has a faster any percent, but also hasn't played Celeste that much recently. So it should be interesting to see how that matches up.
We shall see.
I know Random has been practicing quite a bit the past few days, so we might see some interesting strats. Should make for some good content.
Yeah, players should not be screen watching or have the main screen open, because knowing where your opponent is kind of defeats, well, I guess knowing for sure where your opponent is kind of defeats the point of bingo if you're just able to look at their stream. But yeah, just trying to guess where your opponent is and do things based on that is a pretty big part of the skill of bingo. I'm very quiet. I don't think I've done anything.
You are definitely louder now.
Okay. Well, if it fixed itself, sure.
Quiet and Falling is a based choice of soundtrack.
Which one is Quiet and Falling? A star. To be honest, I don't really remember any of the 5A music because it's kind of just blends in with the background. Like it's like it's music, but it's more like sound effects, I guess, to me. I don't know. It's hard to describe.
It is a real shame that the Celeste speedrun any percent is so short that you don't get to hear this soundtrack very much.
Yeah, true.
Because it's one of the most underrated ones, I think.
Okay, I thought Quiet and Falling was in 3A, so I'm just way off. I don't know names of songs. What names of songs do I know? What names of songs do I even know? Like I just refer to the chapters as like 1B. What like 1B music? But, like I don't know the name of 1B. Scattered and Lost. Okay, I wasn't actually that far off. Thank you, Pocket.
Scattered and Lost is great. It's one of the best ones on the soundtrack.
Yeah, no, like I know the 1B soundtrack is made by Maxo. I don't know what it's called.
That's more than I know about the 1B soundtrack.
What, have you never seen shoutouts to Maxo said in a bingo match? No one played 1B in the last bingo bash.
Oh.
Okay, well, I'll be sure to mention it if anyone plays 1B in this match.
It's a shame 1B wasn't on the last board, because Splod is a known 1B enjoyer.
I see.
The first match I ever played against Splod, he went 1B first pass. And I think I ended up winning that match about 13-3.
Oh,
So that was an interesting time, but Splod's come a long way since then.
Indeed. So, yeah, just having a little bit of technical issues here, but should be ready to go shortly. Yeah, 1B first pass or something like 1A full clear or 2A full clear first pass, those are rarely ever the correct play because they lose a lot of time compared to
I
playing
should
any
probably I should probably also mention that, like, at the point I played Splod, I was probably intermediate, and Splod was playing his first ever bingo match. So, there is no shame in sort of losing like that to someone who's played a lot more bingo.
Yeah.
Okay. Looks like we have players ready to go.
Okay, we have a file name of either dots or commas because I can't tell, and ISIL LFDL. That looks like some code line, which sure. So blue mushroom on the left, I like random on the right, and blue mushroom is indeed blue. I probably could have seen that one coming. Okay.
No, blue mushroom is now red.
Red. Okay, so what's on this board? Early game, I see Talk to Fiona Wake, I see All Berries in Cliff Face. I see 1-up and 1A, I see 3A sides. Those are your immediate progress objectives. I guess 1-up and 1A is not a progress objective at this level, but... There's 3 blue hearts, 3 hearts, 3 cassettes, 4 hearts, 4 cassettes. That is some synergy.
And 4 blue hearts.
And 4 blue hearts. Wow, okay.
That's a lot of heart synergy. And
So
blue and red ridge and blue and red reflection.
I don't think you'd be getting blue and red
Probably
reflection,
not synergy, like, right away, but, like, reason to get blue hearts.
Indeed.
And Mirror Temple blue heart.
Yeah. Like, normally we talk about stuff like getting 1A blue heart, being, what do you call it, bait. But, like, this board, getting 1A, 2A, 4A blue heart first pass is genuinely not a bad play. Because it's progress to 4 objectives. So, like, if it's 4 objectives as opposed to 1 objective, I can't really complain. So what is there in 3A? There's Grabless 3A, there's any percent mess order. There's 2 keys and 2. So this is also a reach library, I guess. This
Reach
seems
library,
like a
yeah.
pretty
But
clear
that's...
3A skip. There's not much. Hi, Haribora. GG on your game. Okay, and what? Temple, Blue Heart, and 3 keys in search. Temple? There's not much in Temple. Like, it is probably okay to skip Temple as well. Come to think of it, because Temple has even less than 3A.
9 binoculars might be an interesting reason to play 4B if you think you're behind.
Well, the thing is, 4B is a hard chapter.
But I don't know if, like, I don't know if I expect to see that at this level, but it is certainly something I have seen in the past. Is people going 4B first pass just to snipe things that maybe people don't expect them to.
So we see them both going for 1-up and 1A. This is going to be an interesting race. There is also 50 berries and 65 berries, which are very long-term objectives, but there's 2 of them, which makes it slightly more appealing to rush. Well, not rush, but get progress towards. So I don't hate going for 1-up and 1A. Random is... Wait, random is trailing. It's hard to see how many berries random is trailing. Because of
okay.
No, I don't think it mattered. I think Blue Mushroom was getting that anyway.
Mushroom was definitely getting that, but it's still sad.
Yeah. Oh, it also loses progress to 5 berries and 3. That also probably goes Blue Mushroom's way.
Mushroom?
No,
Mushroom just paused for a sec there.
Yeah, gives random a lead.
Looks like Mushroom is going for 1A blue heart.
Yeah, which again, I would normally complain about this, but on this board, fair enough. Like, so much stuff.
This does give random a progress lead, though.
Right, yeah, random is likely going to, if random just continues, random likely gets caught with Theo.
Random's going for cassette though.
Yeah. Again, this is also
I guess this is 3
hearts,
hearts.
3 cassettes,
Yeah.
and 4 hearts, 4 cassettes. You might as well. You're going to want to come back for this pronto. One of the blue heart first pass bait. Well, the thing is, right, what do you lose but if your opponent plays progress? You lose Awake Dash, you lose Theo and Awake, you lose Cliffface Berries, you lose Mirror Temple Blue Heart. That's it. There's not actually much progress in this board. Oh, and free A sites. I missed free A sites. Like, what late game is there? There's all berries in 2,000 meters. There's Gravelous Hollows. There's Summit B site. Is that it? Oh, there's also Top Root Hollows. Oh gosh, Gravelous Top Root Hollows. I hope neither of these players try to do that. Or if they do, I hope they've done it before. There's one bad room in that, which sucks a lot.
Mushroom's actually grabbing some berries in 1A.
Yeah, so this I don't like because 50 berries and 65 berries are really far into the future and there's nothing else that grabbing berries gets you.
I mean, it's progressed to 5 in 3, but Mushroom's got 9 berries, I think.
Oh, 5 and 3, yeah, but you get a 1-up. You get 5 berries and a 1-up.
That strat is somewhat inconsistent that Mushroom just did for the cassette.
Which
But I
what
guess
did you do? I didn't see it.
wall bounce.
What? Is it the one on the right? That's just consistent.
On the right.
You just dash up and then press jump. I've never had that fail before.
Mushroom appears to be full clearing 1A.
Not full clearing. This
Not
looks
full
like
clearing, but like 14 berries, the heart, and the cassette first pass. I'm
Random
not
also got
quite
the
sure.
2A blue heart, so yeah. We'll see if
Does
Random
get the
gets
Bino, this is good. You definitely want Binos here.
I mean, there is a case for switching that Bino because it's very unlikely that that Bino is the difference between you having access to 9 and not having access to 9. So, like, if you wanted to rush Theo Awake, then you could skip that Bino. But given that you're getting the cassette, getting the Bino is probably fine. That was a fun video game. If you have the time, then why not get that? Yippee.
Mushroom is also going for 2A blue heart,
Yeah.
which
They're
makes
both-
sense. I mean,
Yeah,
you've been
rushing
committing
3
for
hearts,
it.
3 cassettes, and 3 blue hearts. Yeah. The runners basically get to see the bingo board as soon as they enter prologue. So they get basically a minute and a half to read the bingo boards. So you have to root on the fly.
Excuse me? What just happened on random screen?
Yeah, a couple good saves there
Um,
to get past Badley.
looked like random dashed straight through Badlin.
Ah, Solix, don't beat yourself up like that. Bingo is hard. Yep, Blue Mushroom also gets the cassette. So with Blue Mushroom having the 2A blue heart, not sure who actually wins 3 blue hearts.
Well, I guess it depends if Mushroom goes out of his way for berries, right?
Brad goes into the variance menu. I don't see any reason you would turn on variance at this point, but sure. Anyway, I like random. Well, does I like random talk to Theo? Because talk to Theo is objective. I like random skips Theo. Not sure if that's an intentional skip or if she just hasn't seen it on the board yet, but
I feel like this has to be a reading moment because
it's
if
about
you've seen
10
that, why
seconds.
would you not tick it?
you
Unless
want
you
to
think you're
rush-
really like, unless you
If you
really want to rush blue hearts, which I
Yeah.
kind of see.
Yeah, like rushing blue hearts is reasonable here.
Like, heart and cassette is definitely more valuable than, like... Sure, Mushroom probably gets to talk to Theo now, but the thing is that takes time, and that's pretty important when you're in a race to hearts and cassettes.
Right, but also it takes 10 seconds. So yeah.
But like,
It
if
takes-
this is as close as it looks like it might be, then that might make the difference.
It could. Well, it's 7 seconds if you go from the left, but it's closer to 10 if you go from the right. Like, you have to take into account that these players do not have the execution of some of the advanced players in chat here. Brandon is playing through 4A. Yeah, Blue Mushroom is now up to 20-ish berries, so Blue Mushroom is committing pretty hard. Yeah, and this berry as well. Committing pretty hard to two pretty long objectives. Committing hard to the 2 berry objectives might just lose the 2 hard objectives, or even the 4 hard objectives. How things are looking.
Yeah, this
Or
is
the
looking
wait, the
good for
5
Random.
hard objectives. Mirror Temple Blue Heart's also on the board. This is potentially quite unfortunate.
Right. What I'd like to see here is Random quit out after this to get 1A blue.
Too much
Which
goes to it. Your way.
Yeah.
So April, the thing is, it's not just 10 seconds one way, it's double 10 seconds. Because now Blue Mushroom has to spend that 10 seconds talking to Theo. So it's actually 20 seconds. And looking
Okay.
at this, that might actually make a difference. And does Random quit out? Yeah, Random
Yeah,
immediately
Mushroom-
quits out and goes to
Mushroom
1A.
ticks Theo in a wake, so Random can be pretty confident that she's ahead now to hearts and cassettes.
And Blue Mushroom has custom Theo text and is paused. So it's taken a lot more than 10 seconds there to just all be custom Theo text. Very cool. But yeah, this 2-0
Yeah, so
lead
Random
is-
now definitely wins hearts. Which is unfortunate for Mushroom, because Mushroom's committed pretty hard to that as well.
Like, the thing is, with skipping that, Random wins hearts, Random wins 3A sides, Random wins Mirror Temple Blue Heart, Random wins Cliff Face Berries if he goes for it.
Random wins 4 hearts, 4 cassettes.
Random wins 4 blue. Like, this progress lead is so strong. If she could maintain it. About
Yeah.
a 4A start worth of progress lead.
This is big for Random though. Like, managing to get all of those things. Like, if you lose all of that, you're in some serious trouble if you haven't won 1-up or Theo.
Well, April, she didn't. But if Mushroom didn't go for 25 berries at the start, then she would have won them by less than 30 seconds.
Mushroom's gonna win 5 in 3, but like,
Yeah.
we'll see if Mushroom decides to commit for more berries than that, which, like, it looks like he might, because...
Yeah, this is 5 and 3. She's won all the berries in parts.
Presumably does go for the cassette just in case, but like, I don't know if I like going for the cassette when you know you're that far behind to it.
Well, it's right at the end of the checkpoint, so if you ever want to go back for it, like Blue-Red Ridge is also on the board, so you kind of don't want to be going back before I cassette. Yeah, Talia, that's certainly a thing in some games. Usually the optimal language is either Korean or Japanese because all the text is really, all the characters are really small and mean more than one thing. But I don't think it matters in Celeste. I mean, if it did matter, we'd have all the top runners.
Right, we
I'm
might see
playing
some
it,
cool
yeah.
strats on Random screen in a sec.
This looks like taking the block.
Okay, no, this is taking the block. Okay,
Taking the block is a very cool and base strat, though.
Random was practicing Block Ultra yesterday. So I thought we might potentially see that, but no, random opts for the safe strat, and like that's totally fine. Makes a lot of sense.
That's random a lot. Let's take Marlin routes. So it does random go for cliff face berries. Again, I am okay with skipping cliff face berries here because there's immediately 5A sides on the horizon, not 5A sides, 3A sides on the horizon. And Mirror Temple Blue Heart, and 4 hearts, 4 cassette, and 4 blue hearts. So, like, you get one objective. In this case, it doesn't matter because you're far enough ahead that you can just get the berries. But it could have mattered enough if you didn't spend too much time getting berries. I mean,
Yeah, random's in a very good position right now.
The bingo schedules are purely a suggestion. Schedules were never meant to be followed anyway.
Is getting that berry in cliff face? I don't know if I.
I mean, if you're confident in it, but then it loses like 2 seconds. Problem is, you die in 2 seconds.
Like, I guess as random you know you're ahead, but you don't necessarily know by how much, because there's a possibility that, like, sure, Mushroom ticked Theo when random was already basically enshrined, but also, Mushroom could just not have gone for cassette or heart, and be, like, at this point right now.
Yeah.
And you don't know that for sure as random.
Also, random doesn't actually know she's way far ahead, because 5 berries in 3 chapters, as silly as it sounds, that could have been delayed, because Blue Mushroom knows when random picks 3 blue hearts that random has not gone for berries,
Yeah.
because if you're at the 4A blue heart, you've passed the point where you get 5 berries in 4A clip quickly.
Random thinking about going back into 4. I don't like this at all. Oh, I guess you're getting the Bino. That makes sense. If this is all you're doing, this is fine, but like, I don't like going for this berry here. This is a long.
I mean, it's the same argument with Theo awake. How far ahead do you think you are?
I guess. Okay, does get cliff face up, so that's fine.
Yeah, it's 4...
And
4 3
Mushroom
ahead.
also went for that berry actually, so that's a big. Like, that's a big commitment.
So this is where, when Cliff Face Arm is on the board and you think there's even a chance it's contested, you go for the last 4 first and then go back for the first one. Because if you get locked out while going for the last 4, you still get progress towards finishing Cliff Face. And it barely loses time to RTM. And go back to the first berry in Cliff Face. Don't go for it first. But yeah. Random now about half the checkpoint ahead. Actually a full checkpoint ahead, but we'll start to really short checkpoint 5A.
There's like quite a lot of stuff to get in 5A here. Like,
Oh yeah.
you get Mirror Temple Blue, you get 4 hearts, 4 cassettes, you get 4 blue hearts. That's 3 things right away. And then you've got, like, it gives you progress to 2 keys in 2, which you can get pretty quickly if you go into Resort at any point.
Genuinely, I think you put out the 3A after getting Temple Blue.
Yeah, I mean, I guess unlock Unraveling maybe, but like...
No, you don't, like, why unlock Unraveling? You should play 5B. Like,
well, you've got search keys.
Search keys suck. Free search keys suck. 1 search key is fine, but 3 search keys take forever. Not actually forever if you're good at them, but I'm not good at them.
Random is pretty confident with her 5B, I think.
Yeah, like go back into 3A, get the 2 keys, get the any % mass order, and like... Does random have enough objectives to just win going back to 3A after getting these? Because random gets to what? 7 objectives after getting Temple Blue Heart. Yeah. Temple Blue Heart is worth a lot.
Yeah, Temple Blue Heart's huge.
Yeah, and then 2 keys in 2 gets her to 8. Test Towel's books gets her to 9. Reach Library gets her to 10. So it's not enough to win.
I think surely, like, maybe you go back for 2 keys and just, like,
Yeah, you
do that
definitely
and then
for
go
2
into
keys.
Summit? Or
Because getting-
Reflection?
Well, you have to complete 5B or 5A to go into Summit and Reflection.
But if you're doing search keys, then, like, you've got a good amount of progress to that. I know you don't like it, but I'm just sort of thinking what... Like, as a beginner, you probably see that and assume, oh, I'm ahead, so I can probably get it. Mushroom entering depths.
Oh, true, you could also get 2 keys in 5B instead. That works.
Yeah, 2 keys in 5B is a really interesting option.
Is 2 keys in 5B or given that you already have the cassette or 3A? 3A is certainly popular, but 5B is progress as well.
We'll see what random decides to do. I think I could very much see random unlocking Unraveling and then going
Like,
into either
Unraveling
5B or
Unraveling.
5A. Oh yeah, that's the wave of purple.
Yeah, the 3 objectives. 1. Blue cards. So we've been talking a lot about random going on. How does Blue Mushroom get back into this game? Because it's pretty rough. You're 4 objectives behind, and all you have is an advantage to do very objectives.
I
So
think
it's still a net -2.
as Mushroom, there's a pretty good argument to be made for going straight into 5B here.
Yeah, trying to catch up in progress.
You get the
because-
2 keys, you get progress.
Well, the thing is, you don't get 2 keys in 2 because you didn't get Depth's-Key. So, or is he going back for Depth's-Key now? I guess.
And I think this is probably a play for 5A stuff instead of Depth's Key.
True.
It might be a
random-
play for Depth's Key, but I think this is a play for Search Key.
Random
Because Search Key
unlocked-
is another key to 5 keys in 2.
So
random's
unlocked
reading the
Unraveling
board.
here and is reading the board / thinking about it. Puts out to go to 3A. No, that's not 3A. That's 3A.
Yeah,
And is waiting on the menu. And goes
I
to
like this. I think you're giving up a bit of progress, but there's some, like... You get stuff in 3A. You get the 2 keys in 2. And, like, if Mushroom takes search keys, then you know where Mushroom is.
Yeah.
Whereas if Random takes 2 keys in 2, Mushroom has no idea where Random is.
Yeah, Reed, none of these players have been thinking that much. Or if they have been thinking, like, that's the wrong phrasing. They've been thinking while playing, instead of thinking in the menu, which loses a lot of time for the course of the game, because you would do it multiple times.
Yeah, I think optimally here you'd be doing 3A start grabless, and then you can decide later if you want to keep going or not.
3A start grabless suck. 3A start grabless is like the hardest 3A point grabless. I would not be doing 3A start grabless.
I don't disagree, but also, like, if you think that you're gonna want it at some point, then it makes sense to get it while you're already here for keys.
Also,
The question is, does Random know that Random...
Random has 2 keys. Random has passed the 2nd key already. So that's the 3rd key. Oh yeah.
I mean, Mushroom's not contesting it, really.
doesn't
So,
matter.
like... If Mushroom was in 5B right now, I'd be worried, but he isn't.
Yeah, keys are a thing that were pretty recent. Keys are the 2 keys and 2, 5 keys and 5 keys and 2 are the most recent objective. Actually, the 2nd most recent objective addition. The gen, so Bingo Client and Bingo UI don't support it. So you have to count / remember. 3A start Gravelous, it makes sense. If you're losing 15 seconds as you're doing 3A start Gravelous, it starts to become less. And Random's going to continue with the mess order. Again, it's an objective. You only need 5 more of those to get to 13.
Oh yeah, Mora, you're quiet.
I'm quiet again. Okay, it's my headset mic going away from me. Hello again.
That's much better.
Okay, so April, you're ambiguously in advanced, but also way better at variance than your general skill level might say. Like you have people like Quan who are clearly expert execution but hate Graveless. Because if you're not used to Graveless sucks.
A lot of Gravelous is a knowledge check as well. Like, do you know the specific strategies you need to do or not? And if you don't, and like as a beginner, you wouldn't expect everyone here to know like strategy for 3A start that one room that's kind of annoying.
Yeah, no, 3A
Like if you've just not done it, it's hard.
Yeah, 5A depth and unraveling Gravelous are also a straight knowledge check. If you don't know the speed strat for the one room in unraveling, or if you don't know you can grab out of bubbles, then those are basically not nearly impossible, but really hard. You know, I also agree with April, like, if these players were confident in 4B, I would like to see 4B at some point because it's Blue Red Ridge and Binos synergy, but if your 4B takes 10 minutes, then that becomes a lot less viable of a strategy than if your 4B is 5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see Random playing 4B. At least
Random
not yet.
Mushroom gets
I don't know where
carry.
Mushroom's 4B is at. But I think Mushroom's 4B is a fair bit better than Random's is. So if they just straight race that, it's probably not good news for Random.
Anyway, Random finishes Mess Order, presumably unlocks the checkpoint, and might play Library. Like, again, when you're 9-3 up, just go for any 4 objectives. If you get locked out, you're probably still okay. You're at 9-3.
Yeah, and if Mushroom goes for something like 3B, like, that's a big time commitment.
But, like, it's an objective. And objectives are valuable. Yeah, RTM
Yeah,
is
Random
at
does
Sharp.
quit out. We'll see if Random goes for,
4B? No, Shrine. What's in Shrine? Berries? Oh, Blue Heart.
Binocular?
Blue
I
Heart,
think this is the Binocular.
So Random doesn't have access to 9 binos.
Maybe this is a 4B play, because, like,
No, yeah, it could be.
5 binos, there's 4 in 4B. If
Random's
you're gonna
thinking
do it.
about it. Well, we
The
might
problem
get
is,
to see it.
Random probably loses 9 binos by the time she finishes 4B.
I mean, she loses 9 binos if Blue Mushroom goes into Summit anyway, because Blue Mushroom is just about to finish, not Reflection, Rescue.
Okay, crossing dashless.
Yeah, again, it's an objective. Anything that gets you an objective is good. Yeah, so like this is what I do for first room of crossing dashless, and it's fine. Bottom route.
Oh, Mushroom's going and doing it as well.
Oh gosh, okay.
Oh, content.
Here we go. We'll see if either of these players are clearly more experienced, because at beginner level, if either of these players are experienced at this,
Okay,
then it will show.
Random's through the difficult bit. But Mushroom's, like, done 6 jump room.
yeah, Mushroom's about 2 rooms behind, but 2 rooms doesn't mean very much when crossing bad room exists.
The first 2 rooms of crossing are really rough if you're not familiar with them.
And this one.
This one's...
Yes,
yeah.
this is what I meant by crossing bad rooms. So like, although Random is nearly the entire checkpoint ahead, she could spend ages in this room. No, that...
Does get it.
This
Okay,
is a really solid crossing
really
dash
solid.
list. Like, this is better than mine, honestly.
And it turns
Wow.
purple.
Okay.
That's really good news for random, because Mushroom's been doing that, so like...
Yeah, that's a very good lockout.
Mushroom is still going, so presumably doesn't realize that it's been
Well,
ticked.
there's also stream delay. We see the objective on the stream about 30 to 40 seconds. Not 30 to 40, but somewhere around there before the players actually see it due to double stream delay.
Random's in 4B.
Yeah. And is no longer in 4B.
Is no longer in 4B. But I guess this is fine.
Blue Mushroom goes to Summit. This makes sense. There's Binos, and well, you basically have to get everything on this board as Mushroom.
Yeah, random's going for search keys now, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because you don't actually need to, like, be ahead at this point. There's so much stuff you can do, and, like, your advantage to 3B, your advantage to Blue-Red Ridge, potentially.
Mushroom does not have
Well, you're
search
not
keys.
really.
Mushroom just played search. Because, again, search keys is bad. I think search keys takes more time than just playing search. As in, like, I don't know, playing search takes 1 minute and search keys takes 3 minutes or something like that.
But I think as random at this point, you just take that time loss and, like, whatever Mushroom's doing, like, you'll know pretty soon, because he's gonna have to tick.
Search keys take 40 seconds if you know where the search keys are. The problem is, if you don't know where the search keys are, like the name implies, you spend time searching for them.
Mushroom probably should contest search keys, but also, like, I don't know if... Like, being in Summit makes a lot more sense, because you get binos and stuff.
Oh yeah, Zero
Although
meter gem.
Mushroom's not getting binos, so we'll see.
So with the thing with 0 meter gem is that even if you don't need it, you really don't want to be going back to 0 meter gem. So if you're not sure, getting it out of habit is a fair thing to do. It's the same thing with, like, I don't know, 4A cassette or something. Right, it's a lot worse to have it to need to go back for it after skipping it than it is to have it when you didn't need it.
Oh, Mushroom tries bingo drop, doesn't get it.
Yeah, so we'll see how long random takes to find the keys. Appears to know where this one is.
Mushroom's committing to some really long objectives, though.
I mean, you have to at this point. You have to just hope you're doing the same thing as your opponent and lock them out 7 times in a row.
Looks like Random does have a pretty good idea where the keys are.
Yeah, this looks about right. The chat arguing about how how optimally to get 3 keys. The line I've heard from Jax is only fast if you want 1 key and you want to seek a kill and you want to finish out search. So basically never optimal, but it's content. Oh, the seeker missed that key. Okay.
Does get it though.
And is now trapped in a little cubby hole. Anyway, that is key 2, and now there's key 3. Did I hear a double dream jump from Blue Mushroom? Those are hot. I still have never gotten a double dream jump before.
Yeah, Random does know where the keys are, so Random just gets this. And then, like, basically pick 2 more things. Oh, but doesn't have a dash.
Oh, yeah. I have definitely done that more than a couple times before I did this room enough to know how to do it. The stream title says round 1. This is round 1. There's 4 matches in round 1.
Okay, yeah, random quits out. Like, you don't need to play for progress here.
Yeah.
Like, 4B just wins you the game, assuming you don't get locked out of it. Because Mushroom hasn't been going for binoculars as far as I can tell.
Yeah, like literally get any 2 objectives on the board. Why is Mushroom getting the 7B cassette? Because some at B-sides on the board.
Random, I know, really does not enjoy this chapter.
I see. Yeah, I think Blue Mushroom, has known that this game was over long ago and is just kind of playing the video game. Because, yeah, like, once it was 9-3 or around then, I think Mushroom just started playing Summit or something. Five-letter word starting with B. Epic is a 5-letter word starting with B. You want to change your name? Bethis, very good. Yeah, that's what you're doing optimally, Rufon. But like, playing Summit for the stuff in Summit, like, can't criticize that much. Like, trying to read your opponent is really hard. And like, Blue Mushroom doesn't even know. I guess Blue Mushroom did know with the chessbook's towel tick that Random was 3A, but before Random ticked any percent mess order, Blue Mushroom didn't even know that Random was going back for anti-progress. Because 2 keys and 2 could have been in 5B, so who knows? Anyway, Blue Mushroom takes 50 berries. As Random gets to the first bino of 4B.
Random does remember the bino, yeah.
Is Blue Mushroom gonna get the bino in flag 4 of Summit to get 9 binos? That would be incredibly base.
Mushroom has not been getting binos at all, as far
Right.
as I can tell.
But like, there's a bino in flag 4 if you wanted to go there. Anyway, yeah, we'll listen to 4B for however long it takes Random to finish it. Doot doot doot.
Random seems to be having a reasonably smooth 4B, which is nice to see. I know this is not a chapter she enjoys playing. Like, particularly under pressure. Blue Mushroom taking 50 berries. Love to see that one. This room sucks though, so like, you know.
What rooms in 4B don't suck?
Good question. This one sucks more than the average one.
Yes.
Five B does have a banger soundtrack. Okay, random getting through that room, that's big.
I'm the opposite, like, as I mentioned earlier, 5B instead of 5A instead of music mostly just feels like background noise and sound effects to me, whereas 5B has the whole 5B soundtrack. And you know, this is canon, right? Theo's lines in 5B are better than the ones in 5A. Definitely how you rate a chapter. This is canon, right? This room is clearly impossible.
Did random grab that bino? I didn't see.
Well, if she didn't grab the bino, she can like go back for one of the binos or something. What binos, like, random had 5 binos before going in. That's 4A, 3 and 4A, 1 and 2A, and 1 and 5A. Okay,
5A. Yeah.
I guess she doesn't actually have access to another one, so if you skip one, she's gonna have to go into 1B or farewell or something.
Neither of those are that far out of your way, but I guess you don't really want to be like...
It's just more time spent.
Yeah.
They're both about a minute out the way.
Entering farewell for a single bino is probably not the optimal thing to do most of the time.
Most of the time, indeed.
Nice, random gets through that room.
Mushroom didn't get all the binos in Summit. There's only 7 in Summit. You got like, I think 3 of them or something. Because none of the 2, like, you have to be actively going for binos even in Summit, because none of the 1000 meter binos are on the way. They're all like
Mushroom's
slightly
playing-
off path.
Mushroom's playing 2K for the second time. I just noticed.
Interesting.
Is this a
I'm
Mr. Berry
guessing he
somewhere
missed.
moment?
Yeah, this is probably just Mr. Berry. That would make sense.
Oh,
Anyway,
missed
random,
this berry.
Yeah, random indeed did not skip any binos, so takes 9 binos and is about to tick Blue Red Ridge. We get to listen to this cassette soundtrack for a while. It's a pretty good one.
Oh no. This is the moment. Come on, random, you can do it.
Come on. So, Blue Mushroom doesn't go into 4B, so we don't have the glimmer of hope that... Well, not really glimmer of hope, because we don't want to see random get locked out of this after spending.
It would be incredibly unfortunate for random to lose this objective.
Okay,
There we
it does
go, Blue Red
past.
Ridge.
There we go. GG.
Goes purple. GG.
Bingo. So yeah, like, pretty decent routing to start from both players, but random with that progress advantage just swept all the heart and cassette objectives, and that left Mushroom in an extremely hard position to come back from, and as chat has mentioned earlier, playing from behind is really hard in Bingo.
Yeah, like, very solid routing from both players.
And yeah, shout outs to both players for giving us a show. And I believe we should have, we will both be hopping off now.
We are being
the next-
replaced.
Yes, we are being replaced by some people who I have already forgotten the names of.
Surely I can find out. We are being replaced by Quan and Satellite Sam, apparently.
Quan and Satellite Sam, that should be a good time.
Should be a good time.
Anyway, stay tuned for more bingo.
See you later.
Hello, bingo enjoyers. Can we get some in the chat? First two matches.
Yeah, great games from our previous two matches.
Yeah, I think it's worth taking a moment to just appreciate all of the players that volunteered to participate in this event today. Being a beginner, new to bingo, and agreeing to come on these streamed matches is a little intimidating, so big shout out to everyone that is playing today.
Always exciting to see new players, see new faces. I'm gonna get some water real quick.
Sounds good. So coming up, we've got Strawberry versus Bullet. Admittedly, I don't know a ton about these two players, but I know Bullet's been posting a bunch of any percent PBs in the Discord. So
Alright. I'd love to see it.
I'm guessing they'll have a bit of an execution advantage, but I don't really know where Strawberry's at in that.
Alright, it's always interesting to see the sort of the two components of bingo play where you have execution and you have routing. And execution is only one part of that your skill set as a bingo player. So definitely looking forward to seeing how these players perform.
Yeah, that's true. Especially for the beginner crew, a lot of times there can be like bigger gaps in the execution between players. There's just a wide range of anyone new to bingo that could be here.
Right.
I think from the sounds of it, these two actually are pretty close in execution, but what I'm most interested to see is, at least in the last two matches, it seemed like both times the player that got the progress lead was able to kind of hold it and cruise to a win.
Yep.
So, I mean, board depending, we'll see if any different approaches to playing from behind come at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny because the second board wasn't really that much of a progress board, but the player who played progress still won. So that was
Yeah, it
kind
wasn't
of interesting.
it wasn't like explicitly progress, but hearts and consensus at least
Yeah,
you have to beat some chapters.
I have not seen a board with that much heart consent energy in a while.
Yeah, the newest gen has more of those sorts of objectives where you could really do them in any chapters.
Yeah.
Does some interesting things for routing.
I'm gonna try to join the board if I can.
Me too. There we go. Looks like our players should be getting off shortly. So chat, has everyone been enjoying Strawberry Jam?
Lots of strawberry jam enjoyers, I'm sure. Have you been playing Strawberry Jam yourself, Sam?
I have, yeah. Just been going through the lobbies in order.
Very
I'm-
nice.
I don't know. It's just so good.
All right, looks like
Okay.
we're getting ready to about ready to start.
Yeah, we have a board.
All right, what do we have on this board? What's the what do we
Well.
see? Early game, we see Talk to Theo and Awake. That
Also-
synergizes with 2 optional Theo cutscenes.
And there's also Talk to Theo and Crossing.
Oh my god, and there's also Talk to Theo and Shaft. There's 3 there's 4 well, 3.5 sort of different Talk to Theo.
We're gonna be spending some good
objectives.
time with our buddy Theo
We
in
have
this game, which is
we have
great.
5 berries and 5, 45 berries.
Yep,
Um,
and there's 1 up in 2A, so a decent amount of that berry synergy. All collectibles 2A as well. 20 berries 5A.
Okay, so this is definitely a board where I think Talk to Theo and Crossing is not bait. Very frequently, when you see Talk to Theo and Crossing on the board by itself, it's very frequently bait because it does lose, about 20 seconds at the very beginning of the match, which is quite a lot. But here, with so many Talk to Theo objectives, I think it's very viable to go for Talk to Theo and Crossing first pass.
Yeah, I agree. There's nothing that there's nothing in early 1A that you need to rush besides that, and it kind of tells your opponent, I'm ahead of you towards 2 optional Theo cutscenes, so maybe you should do
Yeah.
something else.
On the other hand, it's also okay to skip because if you want to play for progress, I think I guess I'm not entirely sure how much other stuff there is. But for example, you could try to ruin the other person's synergy by just going for straight to Talk to Theo and Awake, and you can sort of split their synergy.
That is true. You can kind of
Uh,
guarantee that nobody gets all 3 of those.
Yeah. So if you do decide to go for that kind of play, that is quite viable. I think because if the person who goes to Talk to Theo and Crossing is also very likely to go to Talk to Theo and Awake.
Although then there's the situation where if both players go for Awake first, you could still have that situation where you get
this is
stuck losing all 3.
there's always the levels of mix-ups. On the other side of the board, we do have some B-sides. We have 2 B-sides, complete 2 B-sides, complete 3 A-sides, 3 B-sides, and Golden Ridge B-side. So we'll see how much B-side gaming we may see here.
Yeah, other than that, the only real synergy for B-sides besides those 3 is 3 hearts and 3 cassettes, and I guess to a lesser extent 5 cassettes.
Yep.
So will they go right for Theo?
All right, let's see. We're about to enter Crossing here. This is a big moment. Okay, Bulletin does not go, but Strawberry goes to Theo and Crossing. Okay.
Alright. Theo Crossing goes blue.
Okay. So let's see what Bullet decides to do. Do you go for Theo and Awake just to ruin the synergy, or do you just play progress?
Yeah, it's hard to say. Both have valid merit, I suppose.
Yeah.
I think you probably want to talk to Theo and Awake still, just so you don't end up down 3-0.
Yeah, I would agree. Because the other person's probably talking to Theo and Awake anyway.
Yep.
So, you
So
may
it's
as well
not
try to
really
ruin that
losing you
synergy.
anything.
Yeah.
Strawberry is not too far behind progress-wise, though.
Yeah, it looks like Bullet's struggling a little bit in this last room here. Very nice. That's it. In terms of, okay, what chapter would you skip here? I guess.
There's not very much in chapter 3.
Yeah, probably it would probably have to be chapter 3. Then again, there's not much in chapter 4 or. This board is a little funky. I guess in Temple we have kill 3 Seekers. There's also 5 keys in 2. Both Resort and Temple are good for that. And then there's also Grabless Lake and Easter Egg Room and Reflection. Not much in Summit though. Nothing directly in Summit, I think.
Where are the
Other than-
objectives?
Other than all bears in 2,500 meters, which is a very, very late Summit objective. Okay, we see Bullet getting the Bino here. We do see use 10 Binos, so
Okay.
progress.
Progress.
with that. Yep.
Yeah, there's honestly not a ton of great synergy here. Like,
Other than talking to Theo.
other than talking to Theo.
Yeah, that seems to be. Alright, does Strawberry get? Okay, Strawberry gets the Bino. Very nice. We do have
Shout out.
45 bears on the board. I haven't been following the bear account of these players very well. Let's see.
Both have gotten a fair chunk, but neither of them going for a 1-up and 2A here, so it seems like
Yeah.
they're focusing on other things.
And I think that's very reasonable. I think Talk to Theo and Awake is probably a lot more enticing for both players.
Yeah, and it costs you a lot less time.
Okay. So it looks like if Bullet decides to go for it, she will get the Theo first. The question is, will she go there?
I think those might be the pronouns from the last match, but not 100%.
Oh, are those the wrong pronouns? Okay. Well, we also have 5 Ps and Power Source synergizing with 5 Ps and 2.
And 10 Binos.
Yep. So there's some. Okay. You see Bullet getting Talk to Theo and Awake. That's very
Okay.
good. So
Good choice.
now, Strawberry, do you Talk to Theo and Awake right now just to immediately clean up 2 optional Theo cutscenes, or do you decide to do something else? I think for me, I would probably just Talk to Theo and Awake anyway, but it's worth considering. Keeping
I
that.
think I would too.
Oh wait, Bullet gets 2 optional Theo cutscenes.
Oh yeah, look at that. Strawberry had some issues in the last room of the battle line chase,
Wow, that's
and
big.
that made the difference.
That is big. Also, talking to Theo in Awake first before talking to Theo in Crossing is a little bit faster because the dialogue is a little bit different there if you do it in that order.
Right.
at least
you
if
skip
you
the
were talking
selfie,
to-
right?
Yeah, if you're talking to Theo in Awake for the first time, then he like doesn't know you, like you're meeting him for the first time, so you don't have as much dialogue. So it does save like I want to say like a couple seconds, which
Yeah, something like that.
yeah.
Well, that is huge because it
Yeah.
means that it looks like they're going to be getting out of 2A basically at the same time, but Bullet has that one objective
Yep.
lead.
Yes. Well, definitely in a good position here. All right. Okay, let's see. Do we resort skip or what? What's going on? So Strawberry goes into resort, and Bullet goes into ridge. All right.
Okay.
I feel like both plays are okay, but I think I would probably slightly prefer going into ridge. It's hard to say. I think.
I think I'd agree because like there's no one chapter that has a ton of objectives, but I think getting a little more progress gives you a bit more flexibility.
Yeah. I think when in doubt, you skip resort. But I think resort is still playable. We do have all bears in the elevator shaft as well, and talk to Theo in the elevator shaft. So that is 2 objectives for what is it? Bullet
Two.
or Strawberry? Strawberry.
For Strawberry.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 reasonably quick objectives to get, plus you can get some easy progress towards hearts and cassettes.
Yep.
Pico access is also nice because Old Site and Pico is fairly quick.
Yep.
So
And that-
I definitely
yeah.
don't hate it.
Yeah, it's definitely playable for sure. Although let's see what Bullet would be going for here. Here in Ridge. So you can get some binos here, and maybe the cassette. Looks like Bullet's going for the cassette, at least the bino.
Yeah, with
And-
set objectives and binos, it's probably worth getting both.
Yeah. Okay. I hope you. Let's see if Bullet goes 4B first pass here.
Most likely not. I feel like I know these 2 are some of the stronger execution beginners we have here, but generally 4B is going to be a lot slower compared to 4A
Yeah.
for a beginner especially.
So it's funny because in this situation it might have worked out because Strawberry's in resort, but you don't know that as a player. So I think not doing just playing 4A normally is definitely the much safer play here. Now it looks like Bullet is getting the blue heart. I think Mora mentioned this in the first game today. If Golden Ridge Blue by itself is not on the board, then usually getting this blue heart first pass does lose a lot of time, and it's also very quick to go back to re-enter from the map. Oh, it looks like Bullet is okay.
Bullet's leaving. Is this a 3 hearts 3 cassettes rush right now?
Could be, yeah.
Feels a little early to just commit fully to that, but I guess if you don't know where your opponent is and there's not a clear direction for what chapter to play, might as well just get something.
Yep.
That is going to be something important to monitor when one of the players signals where they are.
Yeah. This looks like a potential 1-up.
Oh yeah, the 1-up. Okay.
I think it's
out.
fine. We're trying to get this cutscene. Uh-oh. Picks up the berry, but it's fine. You have plenty of chances for 1-ups. Meanwhile, Strawberry's making their way through a huge mess. Just playing through, it looks like. Looks like they'll be getting to talk to Theo and Shaft pretty soon. Now the question is, do you delay this pick? Because right now you don't know where either player is, other than that they've completed site. You don't know if they're in Resort or Ridge.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what Bullet ticks next.
Yeah, so
If Bullet doesn't tick anything, you might just have to not delay and grab the objective you got.
yeah. Okay.
If Bullet ticks to a 1-up though, then it's a different story.
Yeah. This is a precarious situation. Okay,
you
Bullet
see 1-up
takes...
go purple.
Okay, so now as Strawberry, you see that kick. You still have maybe like 30 seconds left before you get the elevator shaft, but it is reasonable to delay this objective.
Yeah, I think so. At that point, I can't imagine Strawberry would expect Bullet to have gone into 3A and then randomly gone back to 2A for a 1-up like that.
Yeah. Okay, but Strawberry does not delay, which is also okay, I guess. But that does reveal that you have not used your skip yet.
Yeah, and honestly, with how much time Bullet's spending on other things, Strawberry might be able to get into Temple first, or if they try to skip Ridge, maybe.
Yeah.
Ridge skip is usually not a play, but on this board, I feel like it works.
I feel like it's definitely. I feel like any chapter skip, maybe besides the city or site, is reasonable here.
I think the only clearly unreasonable skip is Summit.
Yeah. Okay. Yep, we have, okay, looks like Strawberry's playing up all berries and shaft. Bullet looks like we're going for 3 hearts and cassettes.
Both just doing their own thing.
Yep.
When the paths diverge like this, it's going to come down to who's making a more efficient use of their time.
Yep. So with Bullet getting 3 hearts, 3 cassettes, that does put them at a slight advantage for completing B-sides and 3A, 3B sides.
Yeah.
Also, there's also 5 cassettes on the board, but 5 cassettes is going to take a while, I think.
Yeah, 5 cassettes probably won't happen till after Temple.
Yep.
And the cassette getting part isn't really the most important bit for completing 2 or 3 B-sides.
Yeah, for 2 B-sides it's pretty quick. For 3 B-sides it's a little bit longer, depending on how far you are.
Okay, I like Bullet going back into Ridge here.
Looks like they're picking up some binos along the way.
Yep.
And nothing else directly in Ridge other than some fast berries. We do have 5 berries and 5. But other than that, you just need to, just complete Ridge. Okay, so Strawberry has completed. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say exactly what you just started to say. he's finished the chef berries, not ticking it, which I guess is fine. It doesn't matter here, but the delay doesn't do a whole lot.
Yeah, it's a situation where like it doesn't hurt the delay, but it also doesn't really help you. Like you're not hiding the fact that you're already in resort because you ticked talk to Theo and Chef. But it's it's fine. Maybe like, it's also useful to hide like, hey, maybe I'm like doing maybe I'm not in resort, maybe I'm like doing other stuff. So it does put some pressure on the other player to try to tick anything if they're doing any sort of anti-progress objectives.
But
Okay, it looks like Strawberry will, if they decide to ridge skip, they will have access to Temple first because they're coming up to the end of resort.
yeah, and I think that's the play because they already have 5 keys in one chapter, so they have some options to do that in Temple if they so desire.
Yep.
Honestly, you could even ridge skip into Farewell.
Yeah,
There's
ridge
3
skip into
objectives.
Farewell looks kind of spicy here, for sure.
There's 3 objectives you get from that, and you maybe snipe binos too.
Yeah, I think you can snipe binos. You don't have to get to Event Horizon. That's very late, but you can get 5 keys in Power Source and binos. There's a lot of binos in Farewell.
There are a lot of binos. There's 7 through Power Source, right? Or is it more than that? 8?
I think there's 2 in Singular and then like 7 in Power Source, so that's 9 already on the way to Remembered.
Yeah, so stealing that sort of thing from Bullet would definitely be pretty nice.
Yep.
This is something we basically never see, so I wouldn't be shocked if Strawberry just goes for a more safe, standard route going to Ridge or Temple, but
yeah,
it would be very fun.
And going Farewell straight away after Ridge is definitely not common.
Going Farewell straight away after Ridge is not common. Certainly not Ridge skip into Farewell.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so Strawberry does kick Elevator Shaft after they beat Resort.
Yeah, going for some blackout strategy of just ticking when it's safe, and you have some downtime.
You never know if those 2 seconds of time save could be useful. It's always.
And honestly, at a beginner level, it's kind of plausible that maybe Bullet will think that Strawberry just had an execution moment and just finished it.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so Strawberry does decide to go into Ridge.
Alright, it's understandable.
Yeah, it's kind of scary to skip Ridge when, Ridge is a pretty short chapter, and you have the Temple skip does give you much faster access to late game.
Right. Just a little sad, but I get it.
Now the question is, what will Bullet go into Farewell after completing Ridge? Because Bullet has been going for lots of binos.
Yeah, I would imagine not, because Bullet doesn't have those first 5 keys.
Okay, Bullet goes into Temple. All right. So I'm guessing you play 5B here for 2 B-sides, 3 B-sides, and just faster.
Yep.
Faster.
Although I'm not sure if Bullet does 5B in 80%.
Oh, I see. Okay, that could be an issue. Strawberry getting the set. Looks like they're setting up for a Golden Ridge B-side.
Yeah, I think Bullet's any percent does not use 5B.
Okay. Let's see where Bullet has to go as they're about to enter depths.
5A is still viable because you get easier seeker kills. You can potentially get some search keys.
Yep. I would probably go 5B here, just because.
I would too.
B-sides, but it's definitely sensible to go 5A here.
Yeah, I think 5B is probably the more standard play.
Yeah.
But going with what isn't going to cost you a ton of time to execution mistakes is probably a valid approach. We do see Bullet going for the cassette path.
Looks like Bullet's getting some berries along the way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, there's still 45
Progress.
berries on the board and 5 and 5.
Yeah, 5 and 5 is something that the players are going to want to think about finishing up soon.
Yeah. Alright. So it's a little hard to tell which player has the progress lead right now because Strawberry hasn't used the skip yet. Well,
Yeah, Strawberry
Bullet has.
definitely does.
Yeah.
Strawberry is like, what, a minute or two away from being into late game versus all of 5B for Bullet.
Yep.
Or maybe not 5B?
Well, Bullet did pick up the cassette. Looks like they're doing just some berries. I don't see any depths are on the board.
There's just 20 berries in 5A.
Oh, I see. Okay. 20 berries in 5. Okay. 20 berries in 5A is a deceptively slow objective, but doing something is always better than doing nothing. So
Yeah. There's not really a way for Bullet to keep a progress lead anyway, so if you wanted to unlock Unraveling and play 5B or just play out 5A, I think either is fine.
yeah, looks like he's going into 5A. Or I guess I should say into Unraveling. Bullet plays 5A and 80%. Okay, okay.
Okay, I was
If
right.
that's a comfort pick, then yeah, that should be your best option then. Meanwhile, Strawberry's coming in here in the cliff face.
Yeah, it might be a bit before we see any new objectives ticked.
Yeah. This board is pretty scattered.
I guess the quickest next thing might be for Strawberry to Grabless Lake.
Probably, yeah. That does signify
Game's-
progress towards Easter egg room.
It does. I mean, this game is just going to be close because both players are getting into late game, and it's only 4-3. The whole board is still available.
Yeah. the Theo stuff got cleaned up pretty quick, and then after that, it's very scattered. All right. Now, Strawberry, where do you go? Looks like Reflection. All right, Reflection is the play. So this is definitely good.
Yeah, I like
You
it.
can get 1, and you signal progress to 2.
Yeah, I think what I'd like to see is Grabless Lake and then maybe clean up 5 berries in 5 chapters.
Yeah, that would be definitely a good idea. The farewell synergy is still left to be desired here. Strawberry did clean up 5 keys in Resort, so
True. Although, at this point, it'd be pretty quick to finish the Bino objective in Summit also. Grabless Lake we see happening. Meanwhile, Bullet's into search. I'm hoping that he doesn't go for keys just yet.
yeah, this is a little unfortunate because one of the main reasons to go into 5A is the keys. But if you're not contesting keys, it's a little bit. It's still fine because you can get 3 secret kills much more easily here, I think. But other than that,
Strawberry seemingly having no problems with Grabless Lake.
okay. Now, do you put out here?
Not quite.
Looks like they're getting the cassette.
Okay.
Okay, 5 cassettes. Okay.
It doesn't really cost you any extra time to go back for it since it's at the start of Hollows,
Yeah.
but it's fine to just skip the menuing if you know you're going to go for that.
Yeah.
Honestly, if they were to just commit and finish 5 cassettes right now, that might not be bad because you know Bullet's contesting that and potentially a little bit behind to being able to do it.
Yep.
Bullet's getting some
Here's the
secret
bino.
kills. Continuing into hollows.
Okay, this. They're going for the blue heart. Oh, reflection
is
blue
this?
heart's on the board. I didn't even see that.
Oh, I didn't see that either. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
All right, the players having better board vision than the commentators. You love to see it.
Shout out to the beginners reading the
Yeah.
board successfully.
One of the most difficult parts of bingo is actually reading the board.
Yeah.
And this is good. This is good for Strawberry.
Also seems pretty comfortable with the heart code. That goes blue.
All right, now surely you quit out here. Okay, yes.
Okay, yeah. I totally missed reflection blue heart on the board. The play makes complete sense.
All right, looks like Strawberry goes back into 5A. Not sure why. Let's see what they're going for.
That's gotta be 5 berries. Or a cassette, or both.
Bullet's coming to the end of 5A here. Looks like. We'll see what Bullet decides to go into next.
Yeah, I think he got all the secret kills. I wasn't really watching closely. I saw at least 2.
Okay. All right.
Delaying.
Bullet goes to Summit.
Okay, this makes sense.
Reflection's already been almost cleaned up, so I guess you can try to get 10 binos here and see what we'll see what their bino count is shortly.
And binos in 5 and 5 are the next targets.
Yep.
And I think delaying the secret kills makes sense. At this point, you know Strawberry did not play Temple, even though he is in Temple now.
Yeah.
Not really a chance of losing that.
Yeah, you can delay this for quite a while actually. Okay, no, the bullet took it. It's
Alright.
definitely scary to delay because although having
Delaying by
just
a little
seen
bit is still useful.
yeah. Looks like Strawberry isn't phased though by the tick.
Yeah, it makes it seem maybe a little less likely that Bullet would already be in Summit, as he is.
So Bullet just got the 6th bino. You can get 2 more here in 500 meters for 8 binos. Looks like neither player has spotted the farewell synergy yet.
Or it's possible they just don't want to play Farewell.
That's also quite understandable. Farewell is a very difficult chapter.
With how this game's going, I think one of them's gonna have to at some point. And we do see Strawberry trying to snag 5 cassettes. That does make some sense, although giving up Summit progress is a little rough.
Yeah, Reed, it is like 3 things per 9 minutes, but on this board, everything takes forever. After the field stuff was cleaned up, you just have to like kind of just pick stuff up along the way, pretty much.
Yeah, 3 things for 9 minutes is probably better than 1 thing for 3-4 minutes or more that you're gonna have to do to get almost anything else.
Yeah.
Old Side Pico is another thing that Strawberry might want to just clean up sooner rather than later.
Yep. It's not contested yet, but it's not doesn't. Yeah, again, the thing with this board is that there's so little synergy. It's hard to say that any one objective is the right play to make.
Yeah. Just doing something.
Yeah, just looks like Strawberry here is going for a 2A full clear. For all collectibles in 2A. And we have cleaning up 10 binos. But the thing about marking 10 binos is that it doesn't. It's not exactly obvious where you got the 10 binos. Usually it means summit, but on this board it's not super obvious.
So he quits out of Summit.
I think that's fine. There's because I mean the next summit objective is 2.5k ARB, which is very far away.
Yeah, it seems like a bit of a menuing thinking moment. I think this is a 5 berries and 5 play.
Yeah, looks like maybe both players are going for 5 berries and 5 now.
Yeah.
This could be an actual race for the first time in this match.
It looks that way. I don't know how close they each are though.
Yeah.
I think Strawberry is maybe closer, but I don't know for sure.
Okay, Bullet is menuing faster than I can read the text. Okay.
I think this might be Bullet's 5th chapter. I didn't see if they had 5 in Temple from their first go.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Looks like we do finally have a race on our hands though.
Yeah. Chat says that Bullet does have 5 from Temple.
Okay. It's 5 Rich.
One more
Pick
chapter.
the journal really quickly. They have 2 in Summit because they can pick up 2 really
Oh,
quickly here.
yeah. But that
Although, how far is Strawberry? Let's see. Looks like Strawberry. Ooh. Looks like Strawberry gets it.
and it's blue. Our first
Yeah.
first true lockout.
Yeah, our first true lockout, yeah.
I guess except for 2 Theo cutscenes. That was a lockout.
Yeah.
Okay. We are 7-6. Both players have all the chapters unlocked, and there's a whole lot of questionable attempts at synergy available.
Yeah. There's really not much. I think the best synergy right now is either 2 B-sides, which. And looks like Strawberry is going for B-sides. We have Bullet going for 1B, so it looks like both players are now racing the B-sides. So this match has suddenly turned into a series of races, it looks like.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Although
So,
I
Go
I
ahead.
feel like by going 1B, maybe Bullet is just trying to do 2 faster ones rather than 4B.
Right.
Like Bullet can very reasonably complete 1B and 2B before Strawberry finishes 4B.
Yeah, it'll be close, but yeah. Because there's complete 2 B-sides and also complete 3A, 3 B-sides. Both pairs have completed 3 A-sides already, so it's just a matter of completing 2 and 3 B-sides.
It is worth mentioning that Strawberry participated in CTT2, so has a little bit of experience with 4B.
Oh, that could be big here.
I think so. Shoutouts to Maxo.
Shout out to Maxo, you'd love to see it. You'd love to hear it, I guess.
You love to hear the music and see the shoutout.
Yep.
Ooh. Tough death at the end of that room for Strawberry.
Oh yeah, these auto scroll rooms are very painful. To die
Yeah.
in.
I like 4B, but boy do these rooms punish you.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, gets out of there. Very nice.
Okay. Bullet's having a pretty decent 1B from the looks
Yeah.
of it.
And it looks like Strawberry is having some trouble in several rooms here.
Yeah, the good thing is, similar to what we saw at the beginning with the Theo objectives, by being in 4B, Strawberry is able to kind of like hedge a bit.
Yeah.
I hope everyone's nice and cozy in chat because this might be a long one.
Yeah.
Would not be surprised to see this go all the way to the point of like an Event Horizon race at the end or something.
Yeah, yeah, honestly. It looks to me like Bullet should win 2B sides. If they go, let's say, if they go 2B next after this.
Yeah.
But Strawberry will clean up Golden HB side.
Indeed. And they'll still be kind of equal in progress towards 3A sides, 3B sides. Kind of.
I think so, yeah. I think Bullet, it depends on what B-sides Bullet can do next.
And how good they are.
Yeah.
Because Bullet has a lot of cassettes. I think Bullet can do 5B as the third.
Yeah, that should be faster than, yeah, that's definitely faster than 4B.
But is it faster than Strawberry doing 1B and 2B?
Oh. Wait. Bullet, where are you going? Wait.
Start? Is this just 20 berries and 5A happening?
Oh no.
It's interesting because we saw both players. Strawberry did this for 5 and 5, and now Bullet here, choosing
Yeah.
to go for start berries over depth berries. But depth
This-
berries are kind of faster.
Well, if you're just picking up berries and you're not worried about progress, then the star berries are pretty dense, so you can pick them up pretty quickly. Although I think the priority here should have been to finish up at least 2 B sides. I definitely disagree with this play here.
Yeah, you played 1B, and that only gets you to one object. Oh, I guess the 3A, 3B as well, but
Yeah.
alright, with another painful death in an auto-scroller.
Yeah.
The thing is, if he does see the 4B tick off and try to immediately go to the second B side, then it basically just becomes a straight race.
Yeah, it becomes an immediate race for 2 B sides. However, if I feel like as Strawberry, you should not delay this 4 B side because you don't know where Bullet is. But let's see what happens.
Yeah, there hasn't been anything ticked since.
It's been 5-6 minutes since the last tick. It was
Yeah,
5 berries and
and-
5.
More like 8 or 9 since Bullet ticked anything.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess as either player, you don't know where the other there's no really hint of what the other player is doing.
No
Which is
clue
kind of-
whatsoever.
Yeah, that's kind of the consequence of this type of board where there's very little synergy, so it's just hard to identify like what the other player is working on.
Pretty much all they know is that Strawberry can be reasonably confident that Bullet has some summit progress, and Bullet knows that Strawberry has some reflection progress. But other than
Yep.
that, everything's up in the air.
Yep. Okay.
Bullet is up to 35 berries.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
like,
so yeah. So Bullet, even if Bullet loses the B-side stuff here, they can still pick up the berry objective.
yeah, so it's a bit of a multitask. Seems fine. I think I maybe would have preferred to commit to one or the other. but
Yeah.
this is
I would have.
okay.
Yeah, I would have preferred to at least finish up the 2 B-sides with 2B, and then because that will signal progress towards 3A, 3 B-sides, and it'll ruin the synergy of 4B as well.
Strawberry finally
Okay,
getting through.
Strawberry does not
4B.
delay. Let's see
Does
if
not
Bullet-
delay. That's
see if Bu-
fair.
Yeah, let's see if Bullet reacts. Looks like Bullet's going for the key.
You need the key for
Uh,
5 keys and 2.
Oh, I think they were just a little bit lost, perhaps.
Oh, maybe
Depth
just
is
looking for berries.
kind of a little bit confusing sometimes. No, you still okay. Looks like Strawberry is very likely to win this B-side race then.
Yep.
Oh, Bullet looks like Bullet will try to contest, or no? They're just going for berries. Okay.
Going for berries.
Let's-
Most likely Strawberry hasn't touched Temple beyond, I guess, Bullet maybe thinks that correctly that they have the cassette and a couple berries, but 20 berries and 5A is just not the highest priority thing on this board at this point. I don't think.
Yeah, so you can get, I guess, sort of 2 objectives. You get 20 berries and 5A, and you get 45 berries. I guess the thing with completing the other B side, though, is that you can prevent Strawberry from getting that objective.
Right. Like, Bullet will get 45 berries, we'll get 20 berries and 5A.
Yeah.
But we'll lose, well, already lost 4B, we'll lose 2 B sides, probably we'll lose 3 A sides, 3 B sides.
Yeah. It's difficult because you have no idea. There was no hint that Strawberry was working on 4B until the tick.
That much is alright, but after playing all of 1B,
Yeah.
and once you see the tick, I feel like you gotta try to test in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. I do think I slightly prefer Strawberry's position here, but I don't think this match is anywhere close to done.
Yeah. Yeah, we still have a very close game on our hands here.
You see those berry objectives get ticked.
It looks like Bullet is putting up 2A full clear.
Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be a match for sure. Yeah. I have no
Much-
idea who I have no idea who is leading or not.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Yeah, this 1B is very solid, especially compared to that 4B.
Oh yeah. Okay, now will you delay 2D size here or will you click immediately?
Surely not.
Because you just saw a bunch of berry ticks from Bullet.
That is true, but there was a long time in there.
Yeah. Okay, Strawberry insta ticks. Okay.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah, it's fair. When in doubt, just tick.
Yeah, I mean, Bullet had what, almost 15 minutes? No, not quite 15, but like 12 minutes in there. He probably wasn't just doing 5A berries that whole time.
Yeah.
Strawberries into
Okay,
farewell.
Strawberries in farewell.
Huge.
Okay, this is good for 2 objectives and progress towards the 3rd.
Really, this is kind of a win con because Strawberry can clean up Pico 8 very easily and just get 5 keys power source, 5 keys in 2 chapters, event horizon. That's 13.
Right. I think as Strawberry, you pick up the keys, and then that'll put you at 11, or right? That'll put you at 11. Yeah.
Yep.
And then you need 1 more objective outside of event horizon. That's probably Pico.
And even if it's not Pico, Bullet can't contest Easter egg room either. This is
That's right.
suddenly looking very strong for Strawberry.
Yeah. Okay. What can Bullet do here?
I think Reed has it right. As Bullet, you've got to take away everything that Strawberry could potentially do outside of Farewell.
Yeah.
Bullet does not have search keys.
Okay, but Bullet. Ooh. Yeah, Bullet goes into Farewell.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like they're both recognizing the power of Farewell, but Strawberry
Honestly, this is fine too because Strawberry's not that far in. It's farewell. It's
It
beginners.
is farewell. You are correct. Let's see who has the farewell execution here. Strawberry having about, I want to say, a minute advantage.
A little more. Like a minute 20. But still in singular, so. Wow, we have a farewell race.
Yeah, we have a farewell race, and
At least to 5 keys in Power Source, if not
Yeah.
all the way through Event Horizon.
Strawberry was the one who entered Resort, right?
Yes.
So Strawberry can still pick up 5 keys in 2, even if he doesn't get 5 keys in Power Source. So they can split the Power Source objectives here.
That they could.
Bullet does not have 5 keys in another chapter, I believe.
For the content, that's what I want to see, because this match has been great, and I want it to
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is big. Bullet has correctly identified that farewell is the place to be here.
Yep.
Strawberry goes
Strawberries
bottom route. Power Source.
goes bottom route. But overall, having a pretty clean farewell so far.
Seems to be pretty consistent.
Bullet too.
No-
They're both doing well.
yeah. No major meltdowns, fortunately.
Yet.
Hopefully, let's see. We'll see if the players know how to do the box skip coming up in the Power Source hub.
Okay. Strawberry's going for the Power Source skip. And moving reasonably confidently.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Wait, you're
Uh,
still fine? You still have the lead, I think, right?
it's close. Of course, it's not a guarantee that Bullet will get it either.
Yeah.
Bullet does go top route though with the jelly.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Well, this is.
It's close.
Oh man, this is
For
suddenly
all
getting-
intents and purposes,
we had a
it's even.
very kind of like a low energy match, and suddenly things are getting very tense.
Yep. Oh.
Okay. Strawberry
Okay,
will
Bullet
attempt
gets through.
Jellybaiter again. Gets it. Very nice.
Okay.
However, Bullet is about to enter the source hub.
Yep. It's close.
Right. Strawberry will be starting on the keys first though, and Bullet still needs to hit this box skip.
Come on,
Unless
Bullet.
Strawberry has a major meltdown, it looks like Strawberry should win. 5 keys in Power Source.
No, Bullet.
Oh no! Oh, this is.
Uh,
Oh, you hate to see it.
kind of. A
It's
death
okay.
knell.
Wait, Strawberry can have a meltdown in the top left room. It's never
Yeah.
over.
It's not over until key 3 is collected.
Yeah.
Or 4. But if Strawberry manages to hold this out and finish, that's kind of a nail in the coffin.
Yeah. Okay, Bullet gets the box skip. All right. All right. This is a big
Well,
moment.
At that point, it's not a
Strawberry.
skip, it's just the intended strat.
Yeah. Very clean key 4.
Yeah.
Strawberry. The final key, or this is the final key coming up, I believe, right?
I think so.
I think
Surely
they
they
put one.
wouldn't-
I think they put one key in the door. 'Cause you usually put one key in the door as you're making your way across.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Strawberry gets both of the Power Source ticks.
Okay.
Now here, surely you just unlock Remembered, and I guess you don't know that Bullet is in in Farewell as well.
Nope, you do
So,
not. But there are a lot of different ways for Strawberry
Yeah.
to close this out from
Yeah,
here.
the Strawberry definitely has a big advantage here.
Well, it is continuing, I guess,
Okay.
to try and
Oh. Okay, maybe not.
contest 5 keys and 2. Oh no, 5 keys and 2 is gone. So this is just to contest Event Horizon.
Yeah.
I think at this point, Bullet has bigger concerns. Strawberry
Strawberry's-
correctly going for Pico, the quickest thing left.
Yep. Okay, I think Bullet's only way to win here is if Bullet goes Event Horizon and does the God Gamer level delay, and then Strawberry picks up Pico, goes back into Event Horizon, and gets locked out.
Okay, Reflection is one of the ways that Bullet still has a chance.
Okay.
If
I think-
Bullet can steal Easter Egg Room and win an Event Horizon race, then
Yeah.
we're back to having a game.
Okay, so but yeah, Bullet basically needs to do some like God level delays here.
God level delays and exec check.
Yep.
Because keep in mind, Strawberry also has 2 B-sides to Bullet's 1.
But yeah, Strawberry has plenty of options, as Chad is pointing out. 3 A, 3 B sides. He's gonna win. Oh, there's also 2.5k on the ARB on the board still, but surely we don't get that far.
Clearly not.
Yeah, it's possible. But
Bullet
we'll
has the
see.
advantage for that, at least.
Yeah. Right now, Strawberry, you can just either go 3 A, 3 B sides with the old side tick, or you go Farewell. Let's see here.
Do we see Easter Egg Room?
Okay, we see
Oh.
Easter egg. Oh, wait a minute.
Wait. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, for
still
the-
has to get the cassette. I didn't
So
realize.
this is the late game mix-ups where you're trying to identify what the other player isn't doing, and there's never a very clear answer because it's kind of like a rock paper scissors kind of idea where like you don't know what the other player's doing. So
Yeah, I didn't realize that Strawberry hadn't gotten Sight cassette yet, considering he won 5 cassettes.
yeah. So as you know, as Strawberry, it's really easy to look at Reflection or Farewell and think like, oh, like I have advantage towards those, and say, okay, I have one objective left. I can go to either one of those. But on the other hand, if you think that your opponent is also thinking that, and they are going to potentially lock you out of those objectives that you thought you were at advantage to, then you can go for an objective that it seems like you're not that far at advantage to, but although I guess Strawberry was still advantage towards 3B sides as well, because Bullet
Yeah.
only has 1B.
He had 3 things that he could do to win the game.
Yeah, Strawberry
and
had
was
just
advantage to all
once.
of them.
Yeah, once the power source race went in Strawberry's favor, it was almost certainly a good game from there. All right, let's see if Bullet can at least get this Easter egg room in Reflection.
Should be there pretty soon.
Yeah.
Probably won't take it, though.
You kind of have to not take it. Although it probably won't really matter at this point unless Strawberry has a disaster in 2B.
Which doesn't look like that's the case.
Yeah, it seems very unlikely. correctly delaying here, I think, but looks like it's not going to matter.
No. Well, it briefly considered changing his mind on what
Yeah.
to do here.
Yeah, the problem is that Bullet only has one B-side, and it's just so far away
Yeah.
from contesting 3 B-sides. So just... yeah, just play the game. Yeah, this was definitely... I think this is definitely a closer game than the scores in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, the score is pretty close, too.
Yeah, I mean, but I think the game is like even closer. Because, yeah, it was really just a couple of objectives away from going into either player's favor. Yeah, this is a great match for beginner, for sure.
Yeah, both players went very different routes, and I think both routes were pretty effective.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, Jimmy says this is an intermediate match. It very well could be. And then there's the 3 assists, 3 B-side stick. So good game for both of our players. Very well played by both players.
That was a fun one.
Yeah, that was. It started off a little slow after the Theo cutscenes, but yeah, that was a great match.
Although, I'm not 100% sure what's gonna happen with the next match, because I think one of the players has to leave kind of soon.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure either. I believe we had a replacement coming in, although we'll see.
I think we're getting a showcase match.
Oh,
That's what it sounds like.
a beginner match of Crab versus Lightning Reed. Yes, this is a beginner match. If this is indeed what we're getting.
Yeah, it looks like there was some issues with trying to pre-record a match last night.
I see.
So,
Okay.
they were gonna try to fit in that 4th match today, but the timing just didn't quite work out.
All right. So I guess in the in lieu of that, we'll have Crab versus Lightning Reed. This is do not be fooled by the beginner bash 6 in the title. This is not a beginner level matchup. This
Unless
is the
they're throwing
hardest
out a
thing.
bunch of variants, but I don't think they are. Okay, yeah, so Connor's getting a bye because they were ready for the time set to pre-record that match. Their opponent was not. So we will get to see them tomorrow. Best of luck to them.
Yep.
And now, instead, we get a little bit of a different treat.
All right. This is going to be a bit of a change of pace here. So in case the sarcasm wasn't obvious, Crab and Lightning Reed are two expert level players in our bingo community. So this should be a very exciting match to watch.
Yeah, going right from beginner to expert. Looks like a kind of quick turnaround happening here.
Yep.
Pocket makes a very good point, which is that both Crab and Reed, like a lot of us, have not been playing much Vanilla Celeste lately.
That
Thanks
is
to Strawberry
true.
Jam.
Yes. We'll see. I know Reed has said they were burned out after the last Valentine's event. They were a little bit burned out from bingo. I'm not really sure what Crab has been up to, but it looks like both players will be quite a bit rusty here.
Oh, that'll probably mean better content. We'll see.
Yeah. Also, at least in my personal experience, there's rust on playing the game, but there's also rust on reading the board sometimes. Like sometimes, if you haven't really looked at the board in a while and really routed the board, it's kind of like it can be a little bit like more difficult to pick that up again.
Yeah, I've been doing a solo blackout here and there just to keep the board reading skills somewhat fresh.
Yeah. Like we are getting right about ready to start.
Here we are.
All right, let's look at this board here. What do we have? First thing I see is Grabless 1A. I read the poem in 2A. We have City Blue and 4 blue on the hearts.
And 2 blue, 2 red.
Yep.
Blue and red at temple.
Oh boy,
Board seems a little more straightforward than some of the other ones. Good amount of progress things.
Yeah. What do you think about City Blue first pass? I think it's still bait, but it's definitely more viable.
Yeah, I think it's still bait here. 4 blue hearts is not a quick objective.
Yeah.
And there's enough stuff that you can get very easily. First pass, Grabless 1A, poem, all berries start a 4A. Seeker stuns, like lots of stuff that just happens along the way.
Yeah. I think the resort skip should still be the play here.
Yeah.
I think there is some stuff in resort, but it does seem kind of slow compared to 1-up and 4A. All 4A start arb and the temple stuff.
Yeah, in this case, I think the problem with resort isn't so much that there isn't enough stuff, because there is. It's just slow.
Yeah, like for example, all berries and start of 3A, that looks enticing, but that's a very slow objective.
And you can't, well, you can, but it's not so easy to do that and progress towards Grabless 3A.
Right. Yeah, there are a couple of very tricky Grabless berries, especially in start. We have Dragon very hyped for seeing Winged Golden on the board. I don't see any other winged berry objectives.
There are none. I don't know if we're gonna get to see some Winged Golden action. Maybe if they're just playing for the content. Maybe.
Alright. Oh, I didn't see all berries in huge mess on the board either, and there's also a mess order.
Yeah, there is a lot of resort stuff.
I think 3A is definitely viable. I would still probably skip 3A, but it's definitely viable for sure.
So, I think neither player has Grabless on right now?
Yeah, it looks like both players are opting to just go straight for progress.
That's surprising, because I imagine for both Crab and Reed, Grabless 1A doesn't lose much at all.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it doesn't lose a lot of time, but given the state of the board, there's a lot of things to collect outside of City. Like Grabless 1A is just one objective and it doesn't synergize with anything, and those extra like maybe 5-10 seconds could end up being a big difference.
Maybe, but like poem would cost you about the same.
Yeah, it could also be just a mix-up. Maybe one person thinks the other person is going Grabless, and then they're just going to forgo it. But it looks like both players are not going Grabless. Crab picking up a few berries, has 7 berries. I didn't see Reed picking up berries.
Reed got
see
a couple, not as many.
15 berries and 3 on the board. And 15 and 4, ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there definitely is an incentive to pick those up, but
Reed Reed will be first into sight by about maybe 10-15 seconds.
Will we see
All right.
a Psych Cassette first pass?
I think that's bait, but let's see what happens. Although, let's see. I'm not sure actually, because you do have 2 blue, 2 red, which you need set for.
By
See what
not
Reed
going
went
for
through.
much else to this point makes it more viable, but no.
Okay, yeah, looks like Reed's just going progress, which I also agree with.
Yeah.
Let's see what Crab decides to do. I think perhaps both players have realized now that neither player did 1A grabless. Looks like Crab is picking up more berries for the berry stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting. Conceding a lot of progress
Yeah.
for just those 2 objectives, right? There's nothing else.
Yeah, there's no
related.
global berry objectives, I believe. Oh, I'm picking up the Psych Cassette. So
Okay.
that'll signal to Reed that Reed has quite
Big
far ahead.
progress.
in his target.
I imagine we'll see Crab go Resort at this point. Which, I mean, there's not a whole lot in the way of progress. There's what? All berries 3k, 2k 7b,
Yeah, oh my gosh, those are 2 brutal objectives.
and then some easier ones in binos in 1k, top root hollows. But you certainly can try for a non-progress
Yeah.
approach. I was originally kind of thinking progress would be good just because there are quite a few objectives along the way for it. But like, even if there's not that much late game, that doesn't matter if you get 4 things early game by going for progress anyway.
Okay. Let's see if Reed goes for poem here. Looks like they are going for poem.
That they are.
And takes it immediately. Okay. So, because Crab was picking up a lot of berries, I think Reed will still have a progress advantage here.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
certainly.
Even though Crab doesn't need to go for the poem anymore.
Reed will still be done with 2A before Crab even gets into Awake.
Oh, yeah.
But
Alright, this could be big for Reed. Let's see where Reed decides to go. If they go 3A or 4A. Skips 3A, okay.
makes sense.
Now the question is, what will Crab do? Will Crab follow, or will Crab go into 3A?
I would be very surprised if Crab follows at this point.
Yeah, given how many berries Crab's been picking up, I think it would be logical for Crab to go into 3A at this point, I think. Looks like Reed's going for all berries and start at 4A.
Also makes sense. It's pretty quick.
Yeah. Also 1 up in 4A. This is quite the synergy here.
Oh yeah, look at that. Will Reed go for the 3-up just to flex? Maybe.
Totally unnecessary, but for style points, perhaps.
I think with the kind of impromptu nature of the match, they're not really in a flashy content sort of mood.
Okay, so Reed immediately takes Ridge stuff. So it looks like, yeah, so Crab should go into Resort.
Yeah.
Alright. As you would expect from an expert caliber player. Because there is still a good amount of stuff in Resort. It just takes
Oh, yeah,
a while,
there's a ton.
is the only thing.
Takes a while, but Crab's foregoing progress, so
Yep. Alright. So once again, just like last match, it looks like we have a split path here, so it looks like things will be a little lull for now. There's not going to be any lockouts for a while, I think.
nope, shouldn't be.
However, Crab now can't afford to delay the 3A stuff. Although, I mean, it's probably pretty obvious that with reticking Ridge stuff, that Crab should be in 3A, but let's see what Crab decides to do.
Yeah, there's really no point in ticking.
Oh, Crab skips the berry.
Yeah, looks like he's mostly just getting progress towards some of those objectives without going for all of them at once.
Okay.
I think it's fair.
Yeah, I mean, all bears at the start of 3A, it's brutally slow.
And
Oh, Reed going back for City Blue. Okay, this is definitely a good play here, I think.
makes sense. Reed has the progress lead and the objective lead, and this kind of affirms both.
Yeah. Oh, this is big for Reed.
Yeah, a 4-1 lead with the progress advantage is nice.
Yeah, so Crab will have access to 10 berries in 3A, huge mess arb, a huge mess order. So the score, the state of the game is not as lopsided as the score is indicating right now, but with Reed having a progress lead as well, this is, I would say this is definitely favored for Reed.
Yeah, and like, yes, Crab will almost certainly win a bunch of those 3A objectives, but it's still going to take time to get there.
Yep. We have chest towel books. You can also pick up the Resort Blue using the warp.
True. Not the most friendly of mess orders, but if you can do the death warp for the heart.
Yeah,
it's not
this
too
is
bad.
the old Arb order here. Chest towel books.
Oh really? I don't
Yeah.
think I knew that.
Meanwhile, Reed is coming up to the end of Ridge, while Crab is still in the middle of huge mess. So Reed's gonna have all the progress here. Question is, what do you do after?
Good time. After this, probably just continue into Temple.
Yeah,
Go
you can
for-
you can pick up let's see, blue and red in Mirror Temple, I guess, and that'll
Yeah. Seeker stuns.
yeah.
We could see them go back for Grabless 1A at some point. It is essentially, you know, a minute and change.
Yeah, the problem with that, I think the problem with Grab 1A is that it's synergy-less right now.
Right.
It's just kind of one objective by itself. But it is quick. That's the nice thing
Yeah, like,
about it.
like a minute, 15
Yeah.
seconds, or a
Yeah.
minute 20 for an objective by itself isn't too bad.
Yeah. Is Reed going into resort?
Yes.
Okay.
Not
Crab
what I
has
would-
not ticked anything since Old Tech Cassette. So it looks like
True.
Reed is trying to ruin some of the resort synergy here. I'm not sure. Let's see what happens. I'm not really sure what's.
Like, if you know that Crab isn't gonna do 3A start arb first pass, you can potentially snipe it.
Yeah.
But for the same reasons that Crab didn't do it, you'd be spending a lot of time.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like Reed's going to the 3A start on. It is still progress towards 15 berries in 3, so it's not.
Yeah, it's not completely
Yeah.
isolated.
Okay, there's the ticks from Crab.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna change Reed's mind at all. Probably not, because
Yeah.
start arb didn't get ticked.
Yeah. Yes, this is quite the whoop.
But
um, very nice.
oh, Crab with the skip. Oh, okay.
Yo, Reed with the
They've
Wait.
essentially flipped routes. Very interesting.
okay.
So how long do we think Reed stays in resort?
Probably just finish up start arb and then it's out, I think.
Yeah. Well, did Reed skip a berry?
I
Or was I
didn't.
not paying attention?
I didn't see it. I'm not sure. I mean, I think Reed still has the progress advantage because Reed is almost done with start of start of 3A ARB.
Yeah, Reed has the progress advantage, assuming that they don't stay elsewhere all the way until Crab finishes 4A. But, Reed isn't ticking. I think Reed might have skipped a berry. Oh no, did not skip a berry.
Okay. Wait, what's... Okay, so Reed's going into temple. Okay.
Yeah. Just interesting. Goes back for that whole objective. Still not taking it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty reasonable delay, I think. You want to hide that you just spent a bunch of time in 3A. And it's very unlikely for Crab to, you know, play all Damage Resort and then immediately go back for 3A start ARB. Because that would be a huge commitment.
That is true. Looks like this is a 4 Blue Hearts play from Crab.
Wait, Reed doesn't have the key.
Reed does not have the key.
Okay, Reed just going straight into the straight into unraveling. I guess there's grabless unraveling on the board. I didn't
It's
see that
fine.
one. Okay. You can also get Stun Seekers earlier here, although I feel like Stun Seekers might be a little bit of bait.
Yeah, Crab
Well, maybe
seems to be
maybe not
finishing
actually.
up a few things. Got the 4 Blue Hearts. Looks like 15 and 3 will be soon after.
Wait, does Reed have okay? Reed has grabless on. Okay.
Yep. I think this is fine. Alright, so now Crab's back into Resort, I guess, to finish up that 15 berries.
You can also maybe get the cassette here for Resort B-side.
Reed's,
the,
I guess, a little fortunate that Crab didn't use this as a chance to go back and finish up Start Arb.
Yeah, fortunate for for Reed here. But I guess as Reed, when are you going to tick 3A start ARB as we see Crab tick 15 and 3?
The fact that that didn't come with a Start Arb tick probably means Reed still has more time.
Okay. Looks like Reed is picking up Seeker Stuns along the way, so that's... Oh! So Reed is... okay, there's the start ARB pick. 3A start ARB pick.
Alrighty.
Reed is farming Seeker Stuns while just playing Progress through 5A.
Not bad.
Yeah, that worked out nicely. 5V gets you blue and red and temple and 2 blue, 2 red. It also gets you faster access to late game stuff.
It's not the absolute most synergy, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
And like yes, Crab got 15-3, but does not have a skip. Still
Yeah.
nowhere close to catching up in progress.
Yep. Crab's gonna be playing a lot of just regular gameplay for now, I think. I assume picking up berries here in a temple. We're picking in 4, maybe?
Well, I feel like
Or do you go
Ridge
5V?
would be the 4th for that.
Oh, right.
Alright, Crab finishes Ridge. Just diving right into Temple.
Yep.
I mean, there's not a whole lot in there.
Yeah.
Just the few things that synergize with 5B.
Yeah, Reed has picked up Seeker Sons, so...
Does seem to be a little bit of stream delay based on when that popped up on Crab's screen.
Well, seeing Reed in 5A is reminding me of Valentine's. The race.
Don't remind me about that race.
Yeah. Okay, anyway. So I guess as Crab here, you gotta go 5B, right?
I think
Right.
so, but
'Cause what are you doing in the rest of 5A?
there's nothing. This is definitely 5B.
Yeah, okay, okay. Looks like Reed's going grabless 1A?
Okay, I think it's about time for that,
Yeah,
yeah?
it is about time, yeah, I agree. It looks like Crab is just working on progress. Reed will be picking up some of the objectives.
Yep. So, when all's said and done, Reed will be up by 2 objectives and essentially a full 5B ahead in progress. Maybe a little, I guess not quite anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
Because other than that, Crab has a heavy lead towards 15-4, but other than that,
Yeah,
doesn't have Resort Cassette yet, doesn't have any Grabless in Resort done, so there's not really anything else that he's advantaged to.
yeah, so once Grabless 1A gets picked, after that, there's not a lot of great synergy. And then if Crab takes blue, red, and temple, and 2 blue, 2 red, although Crab still needs to play on the B side for the second red.
That's true. Has Sight Cassette though.
Yeah. After that, there's not much. We have a lot of very long objectives here. We have Winged Golden. Well, that's not that long, but we have Winged Golden, 3 keys, and Power Source. Reach 2K and 7B, and then reach 3K ARB. Celestial Resort B side. Grabless 3A, which neither player has really any progress towards. Looks like Reed is working on Grabless. Huge mess.
Yep. And we can't forget Top Root Hollows.
Yep.
That's
Again, it's like that's like a 2.5 minute objective, I think, with 0 synergy.
yeah. I mean, that makes it essentially the quickest on the board. That and Winged Golden.
Yeah.
With Crab's B-side progress, 2 blue, 2 red is also pretty similar.
Yeah. So I think Crab should be able to pick up 2 blue, 2 red, and blue and red temple.
Yep.
The thing is, you're still Crab is still like maybe like I want to say 3 minutes away from that. Gotta put Crab at 8 objectives. Meanwhile, Reed is gonna. Looks like they might be stuck at 8 for a while they work on Gravel's 3A.
Yep.
We still have
looks that
quite the
way.
game on our hands, I think. As Reed, do you multitask here, or do you just go straight for Gravel's 3A here?
I don't know. Probably some sort of multitask.
Yeah, because Gravel's 3A is definitely a longer commitment than, say, Winged Golden.
Yeah, it's a long commitment, and it's probably better to try and capitalize on the progress lead, which is rapidly evaporating.
I mean, now they're equal in progress, and it looks like Crab is deciding to go into Summit. Okay, so in Summit we have Summit. So Crab can pick up 15 and 4, and then 1k binos, and that'll signify progress towards a 3k ARB and 7B. So I think this is good for Crab.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if Grabless 3A is the best use of time here for Reed.
Yeah. Well, one thing to know is that Reed is a certified Summit hater. So that could be be a pretty big factor here.
You can hate Summit all you want, but Binos in 1K is definitely faster than Grabless 3A.
Yeah, that is true, and it's also progress towards the other Summit stuff.
It does get Reed a cassette for 3B.
Yeah,
Should they decide to go for that?
Okay, actually, if Reed plays 3B, can Reed contest 2 blue 2 red?
Well, Reed doesn't have. That would be Reed's first B-side, right?
That would be for Reed's first B-side, but Crab does not seem like Crab's contesting 2 blue 2 red yet.
And Reed, I don't believe has city or site cassettes.
Right. Well, City Cassette is very quick to go for, and we do see Reed going to 3B here.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we should see Crab cleaning up 1k binos. Okay, this is... We could potentially see some very interesting lockouts here.
Yeah. I'm definitely interested to see what Crab does next after these 1k
Yeah.
bonus.
Okay, so Crab immediately takes minus 1k.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
He's got to
Yeah,
know that
quits
Reed
out.
has access.
Yeah.
And quits out. Okay.
Looks like this is a Temple Blue play, I guess.
Yep. This all checks out. Ooh, kind of ugly C-pop there.
Alright, will we see anyone delay?
I would not be surprised if Reed delays 3B to try and get a leg up for 2A set.
Yeah.
2 blue, 2 red.
Yeah, I think that's probably the most likely delay we're gonna see here.
Crab could delay.
Well, if Crab,
because-
if Crab just take 1k binos, so you know Crab is not in anywhere close to finishing 3B. And if Crab takes this Temple Blue, then you can certainly afford to delay 3B.
I was gonna say Crab might delay this because
Yeah.
Reed played Unraveling got Seeker Stuns, probably did not play 5B.
Right. Yeah, so Crab can also afford to delay this as well. Okay, so Crab insta-ticks. I mean, it's fine too, because Reed's last tick was 6 minutes ago. You don't know
That's
what
true.
Reed was working on.
Time flies.
Yeah. A reflection.
Okay.
This okay. So Reed can delay 3B now and also try to steal another B side to take 2
Yeah.
to red here.
Seems most likely what they will do.
Yep.
Reflection just doesn't have any synergy at all.
Yeah, it's just it's one objective that takes 2.5 minutes.
Don't know if I love that.
Although I'm looking at the rest of the board, I guess Wing Golden is the next fastest objective. Although I guess maybe you should have cleaned up 2 blue 2 red maybe.
Yeah, two blue, 2 red is definitely the next fastest. That's
Yeah.
just 2B.
Right. So we see
now-
Reed delaying here. I think that's
Yeah, that
correct.
delay might pay off.
Yeah, and going into I think that's in this menu. I think. Oh, Wing
Wing
Golden.
Golden.
All right. Oh, Reed actually just insta-ticks 3B side. Okay. Or not insta-ticks, but there was a little bit of delay.
Yeah, not much. Just
Yeah.
enough to, I guess, get ahead into Wing Golden. If Crab were to do that next.
Yeah. But now Crab is
So-
working on Grab's 3A, looks like.
Yeah, so skips the cassette now that 3B's been ticked. No need to get it.
Yeah, it looks like Crab may have been trying to multitask Grab's 3A, but seeing the 3B tick, doesn't need to get the cassette. Yeah, it looks like Crab will be cleaning up 2 blue 2 red here.
I like that.
Yeah, so it's fine. It's a trade, I think. It's fine. Between Reed not cleaning up 2 blue 2 red and picking up Wing Golden instead.
Yeah, though 2B is gonna be faster.
Yeah, 2B should be a little bit faster, I think.
Things have kind of turned because now we're looking at Crab 9, Reed 10 after this, but Crab having advantage to more things.
Yeah, Crab having advantage to 15 and 4 and the summit stuff.
Yep. And Reed having advantage to just Grabless 3A.
I think so, because Reed has Grabba's huge mess and Crab has Grabba's shaft.
Yep. And I think Reed finished Shaft before going into 3B.
I hope so.
I think that.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, it would seem kind of strange to not do that.
So they have a pretty heavy advantage there.
Reed's struggling a little bit on this on this room in chassis.
Crossing 6 moment.
Or yeah, crossing. Yeah. Okay, gets through it. Very nice. Yeah, I want to say as Reed, you could have afforded to delay 3B because that definitely signaled to Crab that okay, 2 blue 2 red is something to be contested.
Yeah.
Right.
And
It-
this is
it's-
a really good
yeah.
2B.
Yeah, it's easy to say that as the commentator though. So we'll see.
Should we get the 1-3x? Not quite. But still very solid.
We see Crab not taking the heart until the text appears. There was some discussion about this in the rule set. Okay, anyway.
Technically, by the rules, you don't have to wait for that hard text, but
Yeah.
most people seem to agree that waiting makes more sense.
Yeah.
And then reflection, sure, just going
Yep.
for whatever's quick.
Okay, now Reed is delaying Wing Golden, which is fair. You can delay this by maybe a minute and a half. But Reed goes into reflection.
Okay. Crab is enough ahead.
Yeah, Crab should
be
win
able to
this. Unless, well, we'll see.
Wow, this went from what seemed to me to be a very Reed favored match to looking pretty good for Crab.
Oh wait, Morris says you have to wait for the heart to detect if the objective says X hearts, but you don't have to if it says X.
Oh yeah. So for red hearts, you have to wait for the text because you haven't collected the red heart. But for like 2 B sides, you don't.
I see.
I think those rules will likely be cleaned up in the next few days or weeks. Just keeping a close eye on Crab, make sure that he doesn't go bottom route somehow.
Okay, so there we see the winged golden tick from
Yep. And
Reed.
Crab did not go bottom route in the spot where people tend to
Yeah.
mess that up.
I believe it was my match against you, Sam, where I went the wrong route in Hollows
Yeah, that was
in the advanced binge.
advanced
That was
bash.
quite something. Advanced bash.
Gave me a chance.
It was because both top and bottom route Hollows were on the board.
Yep.
And we split routes, but I ended up messing. I forget which route I tried to do, but I messed it up and had to
I
do it
think you
twice.
did top and I did bottom.
Yeah. Alright, so now the score is even, but Crab has the summit axis.
Yep.
So it looks like Crab's WinCon is going to be summit, 2 summit stuff plus. I want to say 15 and 4.
That does make sense.
Um,
The 3K berries is already 7. And you have to play through all the rest of Summit.
yeah. So what's Reed's path to blocking Crab from winning here?
I think Reed really needs to be in Summit right now. Because Reed absolutely cannot contest 15 and 4.
Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way. The Reed just has to choose the objective that Crab is not doing in Summit.
Yeah, probably Reed would have to go 7B because with the 15 and 4 synergy, Crab seems more likely to do 3K ARB first.
Yeah. Although it's always a mix-up, you never truly know what's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
It's flip a coin at some point,
Yeah.
but Reed definitely needs to get one of those things or it's
Yeah.
just over.
But Reed
now.
is more worried about
Crab is 3A.
no, yeah. So I believe Reed just has Grab the Start left, which is about, I want to say, a minute and a half.
That's right.
That should bring Crab to the. Crab should be able to grab the Summit cassette and either go into 7B or continue on to 3K ARB here.
Crab skips the cassette.
Okay. It's fine. Well, that's fine because the Summit cassette is pretty close to the checkpoint.
Yeah,
I think maybe like 15 seconds to get to the cassette from the checkpoint.
that's true.
So he's prioritizing 15 and 4 and
That makes sense
3K ARB. But yeah.
because he has other fallbacks
Yeah.
if this loses 2K and 7B, but Crab definitely needs both of those other objectives to win.
Reed does not delay. That was 3A. I think that's fair.
Yeah, it's fair. Their only hope is that they're locking Crab out here.
Yeah, because you don't know if Reed is working on, or if Crab is working on Summit or working on other things.
Right.
Reed going to Farewell for 3 keys and Power Source. There's,
Interesting. This has got to just be like a concession of sorts. Reed's got to know that
Yeah,
the only win con is
yeah.
to do anything but that.
Yeah. It is another case of mix-ups, because if Crab was somehow in farewell,
There's just no way.
well, I mean, as Reed, you don't know that, right? Because Crab's last pick was all top out in the hollow. Then
I would be strongly inclined to believe that Crab was in Summit.
yeah, I believe Crab being in Summit should be like the textbook play, I believe. But again, it's end games, and you never truly know what is happening in end games.
Yeah, endgames are tough.
Because let's suppose Crab was somehow in farewell, right? So if let's say Crab somehow had the farewell lead, and then picks up 3 keys and power source, that puts Crab at 11. Crab is going to win 15 and 4, and then they just have to win one of the Summit things.
Right, but either way, they still definitely need some number of Summit things.
Yeah. On the other hand, now if Reed picks up 3 keys and power source, that puts Reed at 12. And now Reed is also the one who just has to win one of the Summit things. So this is going to come down to mix-ups here. Because
Yeah, I guess. Trying to think about the timing of things.
yeah, I'm not sure who has the lead right now. I want to say Reed is closer to 3 keys and power source than Crab is to 3k ARB. But
is
Reed
true.
does not have any Summit progress at all, whereas Crab can very quickly pick up Summit cassette.
Yeah, Reed's like a minute and a half from
Yeah.
3 keys, and then maybe like
Okay, it looks like Crab will be multitasking here, which I think is very fair, because Crab only needs one of the Summit. Or wait. No,
Crab needs both now.
oh, Crab needs both, okay. Oh, this is gonna be, oh my gosh. I'm getting nervous.
Well, Crab will most likely get to 2k and 7b
Yeah.
around or before Reed gets to the point where they would have to decide which Summit thing to go for.
Yeah. So Crab goes 7B, okay.
Seven B to 2k isn't as long as it sounds for someone that's competent at the chapter.
Yeah. Crab was in the 20% battle
True.
almost several months ago now, I want to say.
Yeah, it's been a good while, but Crab is definitely a decent 7B player.
Yeah, I believe reach 2K and 7B at Crab's level should be about, I want to say, 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So I think they'll be able to get to 2k and 7B and be back into Summit towards 3k before Reed.
Yeah, I think Crab should win this game, I think. Looks like Crab does have the progress advantage towards the Summit stuff. What? Okay. Reed going into Summit. Did Reed pick up the 3rd key?
I believe so.
Okay. Reed delaying, I think at this point doesn't really matter. Because Crab hasn't... Crab took 15 and 4, which probably means they're in Summit. So... I guess I'm not really sure it matters whether or not you delay this.
Yeah, it really doesn't. If Crab had somehow been in farewell at that point,
Yeah.
you couldn't even delay it that long anyway.
Yeah, this should be Crab's game to win here.
Dragon, if it's Crab's game to win, then it's also Crab's game to lose.
Yep.
Seems like some safer strats for this checkpoint, which is fair because this checkpoint is
Yeah.
awful.
This checkpoint is very difficult. But coming up on the second to last room here of 7B 1.5k. Meanwhile, Reed
Yep.
is just in the middle of 1k of 7A. While Crab has 2.5k unlocked for 7A.
And our timing on this was pretty spot on.
Oh yeah, 3.5 minutes.
Surely
this-
Crab
yeah, this
goes
is,
back into Summit here.
Sure, okay, yeah. Alright, this should be a game in... Oh, maybe about 4 minutes?
Yep.
Yeah, Reed is just so far behind in Summit progress.
Yeah, there's no way.
So where do you think the game like turned around? Like I think
where it turned around was Reed spending so much time on resort stuff rather than
yeah,
getting progress towards 2 blue 2 red or Summit.
yeah, I think yeah, not after doing 3B, I think either going for 2 blue 2 red or Summit was definitely the play. And we did see Reed jump out to a pretty early lead with the rich stuff and City Blue and Poem.
I think this was closer than I kind of thought it was. Maybe like while Reed was playing 3B, I was starting to feel like Crab was taking the advantage, but I think it was definitely still winnable.
Yeah. For me, I think if I was in Reed's position, I would probably let's see. So when Crab ticked blue and red in Temple as Reed, you can afford to delay 3B and then try to break the synergy of 2 blue 2 red, take that away from Crab. Because that's definitely faster than getting what's it called? Grabless 3A.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just don't know if I loved committing to all of 3A start berries as early as they did. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
that
you
is yeah.
mess with Crab synergy, but there's
Crab
a
wasn't
reason why
doing it
Crab
anyway.
didn't do it first
Yeah,
pass.
yeah. That's true.
And yeah, just paying attention to make sure Crab doesn't miss a berry.
I think the only berry that's liable to be missed is the first berry in updraft. Which Crab will be approaching soon. Meanwhile, Reed is having a moment here in 2K.
I certainly know the pain of some 2K moments in a streamed bingo match.
That is true. I'm sorry.
Reed's up to 2.5.
Yeah, but yeah, this is Crab has to miss a berry here or something. But it looks that's the last. Wait, this is the last berry of updraft, and then there's one more berry in no draft. Up flag 4. So unless Crab something happens, then I don't really see a way for Crab to lose this anymore.
Yeah, I don't think Crab's gonna miss the no draft berry.
Crab is going to end on 69 berries. Very nice.
Feels good. It feels perfect for a showcase to end like that.
And we do have Reed entering 3K. But Crab is coming up to that, coming up to this last berry. Reed finally marks 3 keys and power source, but again, it didn't really matter at this point.
Yeah, I think at that point, both players know that that
Yeah.
live doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. Oh, platform moment. This is how it begins.
Now we just need that about 15 more times.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alrighty. GG.
All right, GG. Good game. Excellent game from our showcase.
Yeah, that was a fun showcase.
Yeah.
Alrighty. That brings us to the end of our first day of bingo.
Yeah. Great matches all around. Congratulations to all the players.
And make sure you come back tomorrow for the semifinals and finals of our beginner bash.
For any new players that are intrigued by what they've seen, you can always these bingo bash events happen regularly. You can always look for the Discord. Join events there.
Yeah, thanks for linking that.
And yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I guess
Well,
not really sure what's going to happen next. I think perhaps a raid
Maybe-
somewhere.
Yeah, we're gonna find someone to raid, but then we'll see everybody tomorrow.
Yep.
I don't know who finds the raid. Alright, crab's on.
All right.